Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the history of the interstellar planets. Interstellar objects. Fuck me, the first time I do it fancy, I ruin it. Richard, go on, jump in here, save me.
Yes. Nothing weird happened there. Peace and respect to you all, and welcome to what we believe is the finale, where we will be wrapping this up and maybe asking for a little bit of side chat participation to round out the hour.
Yes, definitely
So we'll
want
see how
some.
that works out.
Yeah, we want some a lot of as much audience participation as we can for the last one, because this will be, well, not our last. This will be the end of series 1. We were talking about maybe the book of Enoch. I don't know. We'll hash it out. Maybe Richard has a better story stored in his back pocket somewhere that we could pick on for another couple of episodes.
I've got one up my sleeve, already ready to go, man.
So, Richard, as always, man, I will let you lead the show. Start with where we ended last time, which was sort of a roundup, and then last week's episode we were just in too much of a good mood. We just sort of laughed and giggled. I don't really remember much of last week's episode.
Well, we haven't yet gotten very far with Universe Sandbox 2, but I hope we'll be doing some more of that in the near future.
Yes.
I've been very, very busy with work, and we haven't scheduled anything, so we've only gone through 2 experimental and not really gotten down to the meats and nuts and bolts of it. But we still intend to, I believe.
Yes, so definitely, man, yeah.
Right on. So, let's see, where were we last time? I was rounding out other religions that have the same story and gave a few examples and gave some definitions of some names and characters in other stories, saying that the story is the same. And I think that's pretty well wrapped up. So where does that leave us? That leaves us at the impact that this would have on people according to their normal senses from this planet, and we started into that some. And I would round that out. That would be the last thing I'd have to say about the topic without some good questions.
Exactly. Yes, we need questions.
So we were into the first sign in the Book of Revelation, which is a quaking of the earth, and we went through all that. We talked a little bit about the repercussions of that, and then the loss of Mercury's orbit due to a 5-part comet impact, and that most people would not notice that. And we wouldn't notice anything for quite a while.
Richard, I just unmuted you. You were muted for the entire time up until
I was muted that whole
for about
time.
10 seconds, up until about 10 seconds ago. People could hear you coming through my mic, so they didn't not hear you.
Oh, okay.
You just sounded very far away.
Very far away.
But now you're back.
Okay, so now that I'm loud and proud and obnoxious, okay, so I'm just going to paraphrase some of that just to hit the key points in case somebody missed it. That after the first sign, the quaking of the earth, which would be Sol spitting out, that is Sol the sun, spitting out some kind of solar ejector that would impact the earth. And then people from Earth wouldn't see much for a while until Jupiter was ignited. And that would be the miracle that Christianity would call the face of God, where there's this bright and shining face that no one has ever seen before and lived. And then after that, a chunk of the moon Io impacting the Earth. I missed part. You believe that? Then after the impact on Mercury would be the chunk that missed Mercury impacting the Earth. That would be the Blood Sea miracle, where it poisons one ocean. And then the lighting of Jupiter, and then a chunk of the moon Io crashing into the Earth, thus all the expression of sulfur and brimstone and the fire in the sky and all that. And then after that, the smiting of the thirds, where we're in a binary solar system and it affects shadows and light. And although I have no science to back this up from what I can tell from the story, Jupiter should be brighter than a full moon, like the brightest star in the sky by quite a bit. So that should be easy for people to see with normal vision. And then after that, the Earth directly between two sun-like objects in our solar system, making quote-unquote the glory of God, where the Earth is filled with his glory and there is no more darkness and no more night. If you're familiar with that old Baptist song, I Saw the Light, that's That whole description is contained in that old Baptist song.
I prefer don't.
And then we'd have
the.
the. Yeah, well, there is that line too. Yes, if you're going to say something important, let everybody know what you said. Something like that.
Yeah.
And then after that, to run through them quickly, the earth will be filled with His glory, and then you have the arrival of heaven. And the arrival of heaven is this painting to my right, which by Christian philosophy is considered blasphemy to even draw that. But anyway, and then after that, let's see. Then we have the arrival of God. Then we have Judgment Day. And then 3.5 years following that of chances for people to change their mind and all the plagues. But this story does not describe how the plagues. What's that?
Sorry, just to interrupt, but I love the way you just said that. So nonchalant. It was like, that's happened? Yeah, I've ticked that off the list. Just like you're going on holiday.
Tick that off the list. Yeah, that'll be a done deal.
Yeah, I've packed my socks. Oh yes, Judgment Day, and then there's 3 hours, and then.
Yeah. And David and Goliath stops right there. I think that almost all of the population, I would say somewhere 85% of the people, seeing all that happen in the correct order, would come to accept that what we're seeing is our actual ancestry and that everything's going to be cool, and they would just accept it. So the story, the description of David and Goliath stops right there, and it doesn't describe the plagues. Of course, the plagues are caused by heaven itself being in the sky and actively angels doing stuff. So that's what causes the plagues. So that's a whole different series. That's it.
All rounded
That's
up.
it.
That's it.
That's it. It's all rounded up.
We've been going 7 minutes. This is a fucking short episode. You haven't even.
That's a short episode.
What's strangely is,
I mean, I could.
Is Bill a ghost? Because I can't see Bill in the OBS chat, but I can see Bill on my phone chat. I can't tag him. Is Bill actually there? Can anybody else?
Ghost Bill.
Bill's a ghost.
Ghost Bill.
Yeah.
I could talk about. I think that there is a huge snafu in the whole thing, which is why some people stay on the planet, and I think that's interesting. I mean, I perceive that
you can't get a bus to Mars.
No, you can't get a bus to Mars unless you're, Virgin Mobile or whatever, Richard, whatever his name is.
Madsen.
No. I don't own Virgin Mobile. No, that's not me. It's a different Richard.
But you've been to space.
So I really think that on heaven's arrival, people are going to say things that seem logical and reasonable considering everything. Saying things like this is an alien invasion, because that's really how people are going to see it. They're going to see it as an alien invasion, and they're going to say that angels are just like biologicals made to look like angels, and they're not real angels. And because of that, people will be rejecting heaven. And then you have the whole Christian doctrine that says heaven's ethereal, it's not real or ethereal, depending on how you like to pronounce it. That it's ethereal and there's nothing solid about it. They're going to be rejecting it for those reasons. Go ahead.
I says no, just I prefer ethereal. I agree with you on that. It sounds more magical.
It does. It's very whimsical sounding.
Good marketing. They had good marketing back in them days.
So, I can see why people would object to that in religiosity, because they've been told forever. Look, it's just a simple matter of we didn't have a good telescope, and God's heaven doesn't stay close to us, so we can't find it, and it doesn't circle a star making a repeating pattern. And so for all those reasons that it's intelligently controlled, we can't find it. We probably have the technology to find it right now if we just look the right place at the right time.
Well, I think we have covered something like 8%. Nerdy can back me up on this, but the actual heavy study that we've done on the actual sky is something like 8%. There's just so goddamn much of it.
I think the only broad spectrum of representations that we have is the all sky maps in Gamma and X. And
will your new computer handle that picture that we've talked about before?
Oh, no. No, I'm not taxing it like that.
You just have to look at a picture. It's just like 8 8% of the universe, and like it's a big, massive picture. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Just 8% of the universe. That's all.
Yeah,
just crash your computer.
No, that's only the visible universe. You know.
No, this is a $700 computer, not a $1,000 computer. It just can't handle that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just for streaming.
Well, I'm sure we can do something. We will work. We will. Again, I tangent. I apologize. Welcome, Messenger Reveals. Infinite Mura, thank you very much for turning up. And yeah, Kitty's here. We got Mr. Shadow Kitty. I take it the Atheist Age premiere ended.
That's how we inherit, folks.
Yeah.
The show they really wanted to see ended. That's why they're here.
Well, Critical was doing, he was here for a couple of minutes and then you would talk to him and he would vanish. So he was doing the whole two things at once. So fair play to Critical for at least attempting that. Yeah,
Tony will have several things going on at one time.
Tony likes.
I don't know. I think it's part of being brilliant to be bored easily.
Yeah,
I think that's part of being brilliant. Yeah.
I set up a server for a guy completely and utterly out of the community whatsoever yesterday, just because he needed it and the Geek Room asked me to, and I was like, yeah, sure. And I mentioned it to Tony, and he was like, who is this guy? Is he in the community? Do we need to help him?
I have no idea who this guy is. Doesn't matter though.
Oh no, this guy makes.
As long as you're having fun, Math.
This guy is Cobra JFS, I think his name is. Yeah, we'll give Cobra a shout out. He makes magic wands, plays guitars, and is generally crazy on stream, in my opinion. But very entertaining to watch.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, we shout out for Cobra. There you are.
I also suspect that's the reason why we end up on so many tangents here is because of your brain. It gets bored easy and it goes off.
I do.
That's what I think.
I do get very bored very quickly. There's Bill. Now I can see him. There we are. Yeah, I do get bored.
That's not Bill. That's the ghost of Bill. That's not the real Bill.
So, yeah. I could tangent again, but I'll not. I'll hold back. I have a 90-second break. Isn't that what we decided? I think B was timing us 93 seconds, wasn't it?
93 seconds, I think. Yes, that was the average. I think Nerdy came up with the average that was best, actually, though. So.
Oh, it was Nerdy, right?
That's just
credit for Nerdy.
Maybe I'm partial. I don't know. Okay, so guys, this is your chance in side chat, and if you want to log in and come into side chat, this is your chance to say this is the craziest crap I've ever heard, and here's why.
Yeah.
So here's your chance to say that, and we'll address you individually, respectfully. I mean, if you're making a joke, make a joke. That's great. But if you're not making a joke, we're going to try to actually address what you're saying.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Even when there's trolls in the chat and other channels, we'd be on. Like I said, if you're not going to be a good troll and up your game, fuck off. We're bored with your shit.
Right.
If anybody wants to jump in. And physically, well, I don't know if physically could be used as the word, or vocally actually ask Richard a question.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You're going to throw the link in the side chat?
Yeah, I could probably not do that, but I'll definitely try. No, I can't do that without putting something up on screen because I'm copying the other screen, so you'll have to do it, B. Come on, B.
Be mindful. Take care of that for us, would you please? Be a sweetheart.
Did you give them the link?
No, but I will.
Yeah, you do that, because if I do this, see what happens. Shit happens on screen.
All kinds of crazy stuff. I
don't know if you've seen that, but everybody else seen it. It was the link. Lucy Luxor, you've met before, Richard, yes? You've heard me speak of Lucy Luxor before, yes?
Oh, of course. Oh, yes.
Lucy's favoritist, most, she swans over this person. A big enough YouTuber. I think he's got 3 channels, and one of them alone's got 60,000 on it. He does British politics and laugh at the stupid people and things like that, Sounds a little bit like Nerdy. I think Nerdy sounds posher, but he sounds a little bit like Nerdy. And he randomly started watching Lucy a wee while ago, and every now and again he will pop in. Last week he popped into the chat and she was like, I will do anything to get you on stream for 5 minutes. He said, well, you're going to have to twerk. She was like, I'm fat, but I'll do it anyway. He jumped on for a couple of minutes, and now she's having a full-on interview with him on Saturday. She is all aflutter. So shout out for Lucy Luxor. If you haven't went and subbed, go and sub. And on Saturday, she's interviewing Omegon. So go give the woman a wee look. She's good fun. She's doesn't give two shits, comfortable in herself. Definitely. Go watch Lucy Luxor. Now, anybody like Nerdy that's never afraid. Nerdy, do you want to bring your pickle on screen for Universe Sandbox? Come on, bring your pickle on screen for the history, even for 5 minutes. All rules are out the window tonight. Yeah, Doorknob Head, it's really good. Like, you know, she's over the moon. She's absolutely over the moon. Did she schedule it, Nerdy? She didn't set me the time. I made her I made the thumbnail. The thumbnail's all my work.
Oh, Bill Ashby made an objection to this being crazy crap. He said, because purple monkey dishwater. I'd like to address that seriously because I can tell how serious that he is. I think you're strawmanning me. At no time did I say purple monkey dishwater, but I did say grape. Now that's close. I understand, but it'd be nice if you stayed on topic. Okay.
Thank you very much, B, for the link. And Nerdy, I know you're not afraid to come on the stream. You can come in and ask that question yourself. Bring the pickle on screen. And you can VC yourself. I know you're not afraid to get on screen. I know you can also see the bloody question, but don't answer it, Richard.
No, actually, I couldn't find it. I'm going to stop at your request.
Good, because he didn't tag me and it didn't jump out. I had to look for it, but anyway, doesn't matter. Richard, what have you got as an idea for Series 2? Shall we throw it out to the crowd? Shall we come up with 2 or 3? The Book of Enoch is obviously out there. Have you?
Let me propose a couple different things.
Yes, and we'll put it to a vote in the chat.
That sounds good. Okay. All right. I think I would just let the side chat decide.
Well,
what do they find?
The side chat doesn't know all of. Like, could they randomly pick any story out of the Bible?
Well, I was about to make some suggestions.
Okay,
I was going to make some suggestions. Okay, so what do the people that have been viewing this, that have heard some of this, find the most objectionable to them personally, the most objectionable thing about the Christian text? And we would address that.
So what pisses people most? Pisses them off most in the Bible.
Right.
So for talk's sake, if somebody come up to you and says, I just hate the begats. The fucking begats really annoy me. We'll break the begats down. Give your point of view.
Oh, man, I got a lot to say about the begats, actually.
Oh, no. You never read the begats. You always skip them. You read it the first
No. Actually, the begats mean something. It's just not what people think.
Oh,
like, that sounded surprising coming from me, right?
Okay, so we're putting begats on the list.
Yeah, begats is up there on the board. Yeah. If anybody wants to vote for begats. Or how about rape? How about slavery? How about murder?
I don't want to do slavery.
Infanticide?
I'm just saying this. We're not doing slavery. We're not doing anything about rape. We're not doing morality. Why?
Why? These are the things people object to.
These things are done to death in the fucking community.
No, they're not. No one's even addressed it yet.
Not from your point of view, but they're... oh my God. Okay, we'll put them on the list. We'll put them on...
I mean, I want the audience to be happy and entertained.
Yes, well, I'm saying from my point of view, for me to be involved in it, I really don't want to do slavery, and I really don't want to...
It won't be what you think. It won't be what you think.
It will be what I think.
No, it won't. No, it won't.
Everybody's shouting out the Book of Enoch. We've got one for Leviticus. Even John, Messenger Reveals, wants a Book of Enoch breakdown, and I've never read it, man.
Huh.
It is something we've been talking about. Doorknob Head says he even skipped the fluff out of the begats.
Yeah. Pretty boring, and don't mean much in the Christian context of the book. You're like, oh, okay, lineage. Moving on now.
Yeah. Right, what about your thoughts on Leviticus?
Okay, being mindful. I'm not being a turncoat and going to John's channel on Math Pig's ideas. I'm just not doing it.
No.
Although John and I have plenty to talk about, and we want to. We just have to find time.
I'm always up for bringing in someone every now and again. If John wants to jump in maybe in one episode, or if you want to. Guest appearances are always appreciated. It's about the interactivity. Did I say that correctly?
Sounded good.
It did sound right.
If you said it wrong, it sounded good to my brain anyway.
I shouldn't have said fuck all. I said it with confidence and then I ruined it. We're still waiting on Nerdy to jump in with his pickle. We could call you a Wama
Yeah,
Wama.
John.
A Wama Wama, isn't that the meteorite that sort of looked...
A Mua Mua.
A Mua Mua. Looked...
It's not a Wama Wama.
Come on.
That's a dance.
No, it's the Macarena.
That's the Macarena. Oh, that one's the dance. That's right.
John is off for the next 2 weeks. Would that be Messenger Reveals is off for the next 2 weeks? Lucky so. I get frickin' Christmas Eve half day, off Christmas Day and off Boxing Day, and then I'm supposed to get back to work the day after Boxing Day. But
Nerdy Rodent brought up something not too particular I would address right now, actually. The entire fluctuating nature of all the stories. I could hit that real quick, and it's too broad of a topic to do a show on, actually. Okay, so here's the thing.
Go with it.
As far as I can tell, the 24 elders are like retired Christs who already did their jobs. That's why their description fits the description of the rewards of the Christ. That is, they already did it.
What? I got lost there. You said that, like, what? Repeat, please.
Oh, the 24 elders in the book of Revelation are enjoying the promises that God made specifically to the Christ. Okay. So there... But the Bible also says there'll only be one Christ for this earth. So they were Christ, just not of this earth. And after all, if this is a good thing to do, why would God do it only once? And who'd stop him? If he's God, I mean, sounds like he could do it more than once if he wanted to. So if the 24 elders were all individuals with free will, following a general storyline where they had some amount of freedom, I could expect there could be as many as 23 Gospels like Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Fred, Jimmy, all kinds of stuff like that, and all of them be slightly different. Because they'd all be individual stories.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. I can agree with you that there's probably Gospels out there that we do not know of that could have the similar story of what's in the Bible, but from a certain person's point of view. Yes, right. I could also take that as not only a certain person's point of view, but a certain group of people, a certain line of people's interpretation, not just that.
Because people will generally do the same thing in the same situation, but they won't do exactly the same thing. That's just not even reasonable to ask.
Pardon? I read a statement in the live chat and then I lost your last sentence.
I said it totally makes sense to me that Christ could say nothing in the minute of his death. That's fine. That Christ could say, "You'll be with me in heaven," at the minute of his death. That's also fine. We just have to not be talking about the exact same human being. So the question becomes, how many earths are talked about in the Bible? Several. The answer that I have right now is several earths are talked about in the Bible.
I know that you've mentioned that before. How many earths do you think there is?
Well, if I take the text at what it says, 24 elders, but one of the heavens is held for us, then there's been at least, bare bones minimum, 23 earths before this, where God has done this exact same thing.
The same God or a different God?
No, the God of us, our God, that is our kind.
So we would be go number 24.
We would be Earth 24.
Cool. Weird. Consistent.
It's weird, yeah, but it works with the text.
Consistent. Yeah. Even when Richard came on the stream the night before we went live, I said, "How was your day?" And he replied with the same thing as every time he always does. And I laughed and I was like, "How did I know you say that, Richard?" Because you're consistent. Even with that, he's
Yeah.
consistent.
Well, I'm not espousing things that I think are true. I'm convinced they're true. I mean, I'm thoroughly convinced.
I watched a wee.
Now, I'm still open to be proven wrong, but I am thoroughly convinced.
Well, I watched a wee small OK YouTube University video today on brain scans, so I now have a rough idea. If we do an MRI in your brain, just looking at the 3D scan of it, I can tell whether you're crazy or not. It was
That'd be
it was
interesting.
like 17 minutes long, man. So I'm totally.
How much does that cost?
An MRI? I don't know. You can get it done for free over here if we pretended that you fell down some. Well, we both couldn't pretend. We'd actually have to throw you down the stairs. But
Well, I'm not really into being thrown down
but
stairs.
it's free. Thrown downstairs free, possibly £20,000.
How about a pillow up against the head? Like someone could swat me with a pillow by
No, because they'll
accident.
do
What
an
do you think?
X-ray and then they'll go, fuck all happened here. Like we really need to wreck you to get an MRI.
I don't know,
But
man.
it's free. NHS, man, it's better than nothing.
I mean, the free part sounds pretty good.
Right, so off Richard being thrown down some stairs. Oh, we have a pickle. Nerdy, I am sorry. I have been staring at the other screen. How long have you been waiting?
Ages.
Ages. Why didn't you put it in the actual live chat?
It's funnier this way.
You're an asshole. Welcome,
He's
Nerdy.
right, though. It is funnier that way.
Nerdy, thank you very much. I think this is your first time on my channel, my streams, yes?
It is.
I
yeah.
am
It's
so jealous of Lucy that you just pop onto her channel all the time and just...
I know.
Wait, I have a
kind of
serious
covered
question
straw.
for Nerdy Rodent.
Uh-oh.
Before anything else, this is so horribly important. Is the pickle in brine or maybe urine?
Thank you, Richard. Now, Nerdy, I did not mention that to him. I
just got to know, is that brine or is it beer?
It started out as brine, let's put it that way.
Okay.
I've been telling everybody it's piss, and that's not snow. They're flakes of bacteria because he's been in there that long.
Well, how long has the pickle been living in there? That's what I got to know. I mean, has it just totally ruined its own environment?
Yes. Well, I've had to eat all the other pickles. Obviously, that's why there's no one else in here.
Just one, yeah.
Yeah, and there was nothing else to drink other than the brine, so it's kind of a brine urine mix.
Right.
Yeah.
Every now and again, though, he can turn into a potato for some breathing space. He can turn into a potato, and then it's like the Cinderella story. After a few minutes, turns back to the pickle. See?
Ah!
Huh? Potato.
That was shocking, actually.
It does
So,
look a bit pissy.
I'm trying to narrow down and learn more about, the natural world. So I understand that like the minimum an animal has in order to be considered an animal is a gut tube. That is, there's an opening on one end and an opening on the other, and food passes through and gets digested, processed.
I think that's actually
so I'm just wondering,
that's the first
do
thing
pickles
that happens
have
in development, Richard? Sorry, just to jump in, but
Right.
that is it's the anus first and then the mouth.
right?
At one stage,
So-
we are just an asshole.
So I'm just wondering about pickle anatomy, and I don't know.
Also, Nerdy has
yeah,
a serious question, so let's not get too far away. So, Nerdy, you answer your question and then ask your serious question. Look at me, Mauden, aren't I great?
That was a serious question.
Oh, okay.
My question was serious. What?
Yeah, I'm special. There's only one hole, and that's the mouth. There's nowhere for anything else to actually go out. So
It seeps out
Yeah.
through his pickle
I
permeable skin.
think it is seepage. I think I leak.
Seepage. I think I leak.
The green skin is permeable. So, Nerdy, you had a serious question that you wanted
Did I?
to ask Richard.
Okay. I was just wondering what Richard thought was the fundamental nature of reality, whether it's just forces and particles, or consciousness, or maths, or something else.
Sorry for laughing. Just hearing a pickle say
I
that.
think
And
pretty great, isn't it?
Hearing Nerdy say that as well. Nerdy, I think that's the smartest thing I've ever heard you say. Nerdy usually comes on the streams
dear.
and people are like, Nerdy, tell them that there's a show coming up. Do an announcement. You sound like you should be on the BBC. That's all they make Nerdy do. They use him for his...
he's got that radio voice for sure. Yeah. Now he may not have a face for television, but he definitely has a radio voice.
So, yes, mass, particles, fields.
I think that we're not done measuring things. I don't think that we have sensed everything that there is to sense. And I think for most things, we're limited to just our solar system. And I don't think our solar system is necessarily an example of everything in existence. So I think the fundamental truth of reality, first of all, we don't know it. And second of all, we can't know it. Now, what I believe is true, I believe that we are basically particles, but there are interactions between particles that are, right now, we'd consider immaterial interactions between particles that allow for certain, what we would right now probably call anomalous behaviors. And we haven't justified all these quote unquote anomalous behaviors, but once we do, they'll become just natural. Then I believe there is no such thing as supernatural, only untested.
Well, something along them lines, Richard. I have put a link in the chat for when you rewatch back again about how everything could possibly be fields, and only when we interact with them do they actually become actual particles, so to speak. Now, I'm dumbing it down and being real simple and all. And I'm also saying this is a possibility. If everything is fields in the physics world, it is definitely a possibility. It has been proven to a certain extent. Who's to say that something, as Richard says, we don't understand yet, could also be a field that can also be manipulated, that we just can't take that. Nerdy's shaking his pickle head, or is he dancing?
I'm wobbling my little hat. I'm trying to get the.
It's lovely.
But you
It's
get
very
what
nice,
I'm saying. I would agree with Richard to a certain point with this. I'm just trying to be a moderator here. I'm doing really well.
Whether it's particulate or whether it's sheets or electrical fields, I think I'm speaking well beyond my wave cuffs to even comment on something like that. I just don't know. I don't get it.
You don't have to say electric fields, because electric fields is EM, and that brings it right down. And you just need to see fields. That's it. Just say fields, not the green field,
okay,
but fields are
fields.
Yeah.
Fields of rye.
Everyone's got lots of different ideas, and some people think it's consciousness, and some people think it's all part of a mind, and some people think the fundamental things are it's just maths. It's just interesting to.
What do you think, Nerdy, on that topic?
Me, I'm
a lot. You're a big.
I'm the same. I'm the same as operating systems. I'm fully platform agnostic.
You're like Linux.
Yeah, I'll use any operating system. If it's useful, I'll go with it.
So you're spiritual Linux.
I don't think spiritual Linux is a distribution I've used, but
yeah. So I ruined my own stream there. Well done, Robbie.
Yeah, but you can recover it by making fun of yourself. So that's perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, if you can't self-deprecate all alone in your room by yourself with one hand, what else are you gonna do?
Netflix.
Yeah, I just recently got that, man. I've been doing that a lot lately. That's quite good. Did anybody watch the Spanish, I do believe, new comedy thing that was out for Christmas about Jesus? No? Has nobody heard of this?
First time.
Oh, is this the gay Jesus one?
His partner's a trans woman. It turns out to be something else. I was just going to ruin it for everybody, but I'll not. But yes, he's
Spoilers.
gay. Your eyes just lit up there, Nerdy. They got like 2% bigger. But it's a gay Jesus, and God comes down, and God's got a thing for Mary. There's one line, and God is behind Mary, and he's like, I just created a big, do you feel it? And she has to run away. It's quite funny. There's an uproar.
I like all of those. Have you seen Preacher as well?
Preacher?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, in that one, Jesus.
Is that a movie or a TV show?
It's another TV show I think it's on Netflix. But yeah, they end up calling Jesus Humpadoo. Because they found basically the genetic descendant of Jesus, but unfortunately his genes have become so corrupted that he's just a complete imbecile.
Well, corrupted in what way? As in watered down?
I don't know. It's a really weird story world, and there's this preacher guy that sort of gets divine power of some sort from a can. And he can control people just by speaking. He got
divine power from a can.
Yeah. I think it was I think it was originally held in a can, and he opened up this can, and it had gone inside him.
See, I was going to watch it up until you said that God came from a can. Richard's face is my face right now. You just can't see it.
Well, no, it was only the power of. It was only a power that was in the can. It wasn't God. It was just a power, and it was the same power that Jesus had. So they were trying to get the power out of the preacher and put it into Jesus, but not all of the Jesuses worked. So they tried to put the power into some of the Jesuses, but a lot of them exploded.
Just stop. I have another totally different question here. That program you're using to make you a pickle, is there a pig one? Can we make me a pig in some way? Is it a hard or expensive program?
That's got to be possible.
Yeah, you can be a pig. It's Snap Camera, so it's like Snapchat that you get on your phone, but I just use it on the computer.
Because if I was using what do you call it? That chroma cam, something similar. You just change your camera settings to it.
It's a completely different. It's an app. So
it's an app. There's an
it's
app.
an app. Yeah. So you could run it through OBS. You can pick it up as a camera source in OBS. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just change my properties camera source from what it is to
Yeah.
And it's called what? Snap-a-cam.
Snap camera.
Snap camera. Yeah.
Snap camera.
If there isn't a pig there, then you can make your own pig as well.
Oh, is it free?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a Lens Studio you can download, but it's complicated.
That's fine. I went to do your avatar thing
Okay.
and the fucking stream tried to charge me like £7 and I was like, no. Have you seen Nerdy Rodent's live streams, Richard? No? There hasn't been...
Not as much as I'd like.
No, well, there hasn't been many. They're rare and far between. Nerdy Rodent usually uploads fractal videos, which you can zoom in on forever. He's even got a YouTube interactive video where you can control the camera with your finger and move around. And he sings in the bathtub while you're doing this.
It's true.
It is true. I'm not lying.
It's one of the strangest things I've ever heard, and it's funny. It's really funny.
It's very good. But whenever you're doing a live stream with Nerdy and you're in the live chat, Nerdy has went and spent a wee few pound and got this avatar thing running where you can go in and change your avatar and you appear on screen. And if you have a controller, you can make it jump up and down and left and right. I made mine with a pig with a wee sword and shield and everything, and I'm running left and right on the screen. In the bottom, in the actual video that's being recorded, you can control the avatar. So if there's like 10 of you, there's 10 wee avatars running back and forth, jumping up and down at each other. It's really good fun.
Steam sale.
Yeah, I'll hold out. Good idea, man. I'll hold out. I'll set that in the mailbox for alert. This is totally not the history of the interstellar object.
No.
Sure it
Back
was.
on topic, Math Pig. Back on topic. Come on.
I'm fucking trying, man. I'm modding really well tonight, okay? I'm doing really well. Sammy! Thanks for turning up, Sammy. Any questions for Richard?
Well, we were going on about bits in the Bible that Richard was going to explain, weren't we? A long time ago.
Yes.
That big chokes to death silently in the background there.
Me,
Welcome
Nerdy.
back.
You broke me, okay? You broke me.
You
Sorry,
particularly wanted to
Richard,
hear
yes,
the stuff
topics.
about slavery.
Have we any other topics for Series 2, or are we going with the Book of Enoch? Are we all happy that we're going with the Book of Enoch?
Well, I'm wanting to take votes from the side chat. Right now, I guess that's best represented by Nerdy Rodent because no one else is commenting on it that I've seen. Of course, I haven't been watching it very carefully.
Will be
Perhaps
on it, John
some distance
commented on
back.
it.
Come on, side chat. You've got 20 seconds.
I'm counting
Lag.
because there's a timer. 14 seconds.
Math Pig would have been done with this by now if he was on someone else's channel, I'm sure.
Done with what?
Yeah.
Whatever's being mindful is supposed to be doing.
Well, that's just because I work 2 screens at once, and it's handy when you have the phone because that technically allows you to do 3 things at once. And to be desperately honest, an awful lot of people, and I'm not being rude, okay? This is not a dig at anybody, but stop nodding, Nerdy. But you can generally tell where the chat is going, so you can have 2 or 3 things lined up, and you're guaranteed one of them's going to appear, like. You know, if you see the chat coming and there's a morality chat and someone mentions something, it's the same with watching the analytics. Never mention 5-10 minutes before the end of the stream. So we're rounding up now. There's like 5 or 6 phrases that you don't use it kills your viewer rate and things like that. You need to manipulate these people. It's like there's nobody watching, you know. Hit that subscribe button, people. 20% of
like,
my
subscribe,
viewers
and
aren't
share.
subscribed. 20%. I don't know why 20% of people just like randomly pop up.
Messenger Reveals says he surveyed the audience, and the general consensus was Book of Enoch.
There you are. Thanks, John, for saving me
Okay.
from a ramble.
Sounds good.
Right on.
I mean, I was all after the slavery thing just because of the reaction from MathPig. I mean, he seemed to not want it so much that made me really.
I can really understand that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, all this has been done and been done and been done, you know, and it's tiring. And you hear the same crap you've heard for 1,000 years. I mean, if you look it up, these arguments are old.
I know James isn't going to watch this from Modern Day Debate, but I cannot wait to... How do I say this without being a fucking asshole? Lay into him.
No, just
Just
go ahead, say it.
As a moderation. Because I can't remember who it was. It may have been Bill. But I did say to Bill, whenever I was trying to start out this channel, before Modern Day Debate, in my opinion, has went a little downhill, is the nice way I'll say that. I said that I would like a channel. It was one of my goals, you know, to be something similar to Modern Day Debate. The fact that they bring everybody in from every sides and have the conversations. And then it went a wee bit into the fire, a wee bit downhill. And, you know, I have a lot of appreciation for James, and I just want to ask him what the fuck's happening, because he's got to the point now where he just sits back. Guests, chat, the whole lot. The only interaction you get from James is if you send a super chat or a question in.
oh, God, the good one's in the chat.
Oh, hi, God.
Hello, God. God, did you hear? Oh my God's going on Lucy's channel on Saturday. She famous now. I bet you she's so happy because that's going to annoy the tits out of you from her point of view. But anyway, yeah, it's just these topics, Richard, have been done. You know, and there's people who have
No, they
spent an
haven't.
awful lot of time, like Dr.
Richard
Josh.
disagrees with you.
No, Dr. Josh has spent an awful lot of time on the consensus of what's going on in the scholarly
On
world.
consensus, yeah. You're absolutely right. Consensus has been well covered. You're right.
Now, that's a bad choice of word because there is the fallacy of consensus or whatever that bollocks is, but there's been an awful lot of work done in the scholarly field on that topic to the point where Dr.
Sure.
Josh is thinking maybe possibly writing a book after he does the fucking other. You know, it's done to death. And everything, nothing I could say would do any of the study that man has done justice. And the fact that people like Praise, who has been an asshole, and I did say to him I would have him back on, and I am seriously considering not now. And it's not that I don't want him to, because I had a very good, enjoyable time when he was on stream, but they're just pushing points. And like SJ, I ain't ever going to contact that woman again. You know, there's no reason. The shit that they do to that poor man on Twitter. He's on holiday, and she's like, define your terms, find the book, get me a citation. He's on fucking holiday. Fuck off, woman. And
Yeah.
nothing I could say would do his work justice. And all I would be, everything you would say, I would just be referring to his work. So.
No, not true.
I think you need
Not
to
true,
get-
because all of the consensus
Well, I'll make a
scholarly
deal with you,
work
Rich.
of
I'll make a deal with
theologians
you,
and
right?
secular.
I'll make a deal with you.
What's
If the fucking
What's that?
topic eventually dies in the community, right, and people realize, and I think people are starting to realize that certain things like morality and objective, subjective, that's getting quite boring now, because everybody at the end of the day, it's not like some other topic in the audience that you could sway someone on. People are people, and they're gonna, their own morals come from wherever they are, and that's something that's so deep down you're never gonna really change. Even if you change your religion, you're still not gonna really change your morals. You just make your religion fit your morals. But anyway,
Sure.
the point I'm trying to say is, if it dies in the community and nobody talks about it for a couple of months, we'll make it series 4 or we'll make it series 5. All right? We'll just,
Which topic?
whichever one you want, man. If we can just stop talking about this for a couple of series, because everybody's talking about it. We need to give it a break. You know, it's like if I watch the Abyss Special Edition more than twice a year, it wouldn't make me cry when he's beating that woman's chest going, breathe! You know, it wouldn't have the same effect. So
Yeah, I just got a little chill up my neck. Just remembering the scene. Right on.
yeah, exactly. And if you want the story to have a pointed to fact and people to actually watch it, why put out something with the title Morality from Richard's Point of View when everybody has seen morality in the topic and went, fuck that shit?
Yeah, they haven't heard this.
I know, but they're not going to click on it and know that unless they click on it.
No,
and
you're
they-
right. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah. Give it a break. we will come back to it. You know, we will.
It just depends on the size of the community that you pay attention to.
Well,
You know, whether or not it
day
ever
by
takes a
day.
break. You look broad enough, none of this ever takes a break. None of it.
Well,
So.
our community is growing day by day, and further down the line, you'll have 1,000 subscribers, I'll have 1,000,000 subscribers, Nerdy will have maybe about 500,000 subscribers, you know, and we can have new people into the community, and we'll have the people from the old community that can throw their comments in because they're knowledgeable on it, plus the new community. It'll be better. Just right now, all you're going to get is vitriolic comments in the fucking thing, people fighting back and forth, and everybody going, I'm bored. Like, I jumped on to Modern Day Debate again, as to use an example last night. I think 153 were watching when I jumped in. Modern Day Debate used to get 2 and 3 and 5 and 1,000 people watching at some stages. And Skylar Fiction was on, and Adam Friended is on, and both of them are very big names, and he had like 170 people watching. I think people
Yeah, I
are
noticed.
just bored with certain topics.
Yeah, I watched that stream the other day, and I just sit there and pull my hair out. Seriously.
Yeah.
I can't stand to watch these debates anymore.
Tony Design texted me at 3:30 in the fucking morning going, Robbie, will you go live? The only thing on is Modern Day Debate and nobody gives a fuck over there. I'm like, man, I'm in bed. I'm in bed. It's just the way it is. But you get where I'm coming from. So give it break, give it a time, let it come back and fresh. You know, you have to leave that wine not till it turns to vinegar, but give it a few years.
You can get
Okay, so
more-
I guess we'll do the Book of Enoch then.
Yeah, we'll go with the Book of Enoch because it for the way that we talk and for the length that is, that's definitely going to be more than 8 episodes, 9 episodes. That could take us all of 2020.
Sure. Okay.
So we're getting close to the end of the hour. Has anybody got any questions? Nerdy, have you anything poignant? I know you've got a good brain,
No.
as Richard would put it. You do. You have a good brain. It's tiny inside the pickle and probably being held in under that hat. But
Hey, size is not power, man.
it's not.
That's just not true.
It's not the size of the boat. It's the motion in the ocean. Is that what you're telling me, Richard?
That's right. It's not the size of your pickled brain. It's how pickled your brain size is.
Okay, I'm confused. I think that was the point. We got God equals God equals the square root of -1. Hello, thanks for jumping in. Also, God, do you want to jump in, God? Actual, not God equals the square root of -1, but would God, the good one, like to jump in for the last 12 minutes?
What's wrong with God equals the square root of -1? He can't jump in? What's up with that?
I think they're actually just a voice in the chat.
Okay. Well,
I don't think they come on stream. God, can we just do some flipping hymns? If you want to come on and sing hymns, we will sing hymns. B, could you post the link there, please? Just jump
Which
in.
hymn number is it? Is
Pardon?
it 465?
I'm lost.
I
Who's
need-
465?
I need the hymn number if we're singing hymns.
Oh,
oh,
yes.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, where is my Salvation Army songbook? Is that different from everybody else's songbook? What is... Okay, you
Oh.
want
Definitely different.
I've got a different book
465,
altogether.
right. What is song 465? We look this shit up, like. I have it right beside me. I'm flicking through the pages. 441, 42, 55.
Let's see, 465, that's 100 days worth of Psalms into the next year, right? Is that how that works?
Okay, Psalm 465 is walking to the light. So shalt thou know the fellowship of love, his spirit only can bestow, who reigns in light above. There you go. It was written by Bernard Barton in 1784 to 1849 when he lived. There you are.
1784.
I think the song is called The Life of Holiness. No, that's a different song. That's totally the wrong one. Yeah, it's just called Walk in the Light. That's it. So there you go, Nerdy.
Okay. We'll
Now-
get the
now
music
God
then.
wants 318. Oh, we've got Critical Cripple. Hey, Critical.
Hello.
Have you got a
Hi,
hymn
Richard.
from the Salvation Army book that you would like the first verse read out of?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nobody really wants that.
God's requested 318, and we'll make that the last. Right? 318 is thou shepherd of Israel. How tasteless and tedious the hours when Jesus no longer I see. Sweet prospects, sweet birds, and sweet flowers. Well, that's lovely. There you are. These are all blessed now.
Oh, sorry, I thought I'd wet myself. I'm blessed, is it? Okay, right.
Oh, yeah. I'm wondering when this book was actually printed. How old is this fucking thing? No way. No, that's first published. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about this. I'm just interested. Dave, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
That's okay. I hadn't come on any of your streams, so I thought I'd come in.
Yeah, it's great. We had one stream that there was lots of people on that had never been on before, and I called it Math Pig Cherry Popping. It was quite funny. The thumbnail is me with a hand in between two cherries hanging like something that... So, hello, Dave. Yeah, I'm quite proud of that thumbnail. God, are you jumping in, God? Anyway, Dave, how are you tonight? It's your UK time like me, so it's 11:45. And Nerdy.
It is.
Nerdy's also UK.
It is.
Outnumbered,
Yeah.
Richard.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. I'm the ignorant American representative here. I'm the novel one.
And apparently
unique.
Dave and I sound exactly the same, apparently, so...
Can you do testing 1, 2, 3, and then Dave can go testing 1, 2, 3, and we'll see from the American person and me, does there sound like a difference?
Okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard a difference in the word three. But other than pitch, that sounded exactly the same to me, except the three, maybe the TH before the R starts. When Critical Cripple said it, it was a little bit bigger space. But that's the only difference I could find.
I'm going to make a guess and say there's probably about 500 miles between Dave and Nerdy.
Nerdy, can you say Birkenhead?
Birkenhead. Birkenhead.
No, they sound completely different to me. Their accent.
I'm northern, he's southern.
Exactly.
Well, that's obvious. Yeah, anybody could tell that.
True. And if you look really carefully at Dave's logo, it's not actually a pipe. He's got a bottle of lotion there. That's the dispenser. You can.
I thought it was an evil cane he was holding in his hand. You know, like one of them evil master lords that has a walking stick.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, no, it's a lube dispenser.
It's
Push down on it and it squirts. Yeah.
Now that you say that, it does look like something I have in my
It does.
kitchen window. Hand wash out. Although they have been proven not to work, it's like we kill 98% of bacteria. No, you don't. I don't like them at all. I prefer soap, just bog standard, normal, old-fashioned soap. What a conversation.
It is.
How's your little Jack Russell today, Dave?
She is upset
Oh,
because I couldn't walk this evening.
oh. If you're getting the weather we're getting over here, man,
Oh, it's the legs.
blame it on the weather.
Blame it on the weather.
Well, in saying that, your name is Critical Cripple, so it's not like you're trying to hide it. Bad
No.
leg. And your icon does look like you have a walking stick, so it's like a really bad legs. Now he's never going to come on my stream again.
Oh, no.
I'm sure you've thoroughly embarrassed him now.
My daughter's here this evening. Well, she's literally just gone to bed. She's.
There we go. You had
What
to get
happened
kicked. No, I kicked you just for a second, just to make you feel at home. Everybody else has been kicked. Nerdy has it coming. Nerdy has it coming. He knows and expects it because he's always in the streams, and everybody eventually gets kicked. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Sorry, you were saying, Dave. Go on ahead.
Yeah, the daughter said she was coming to visit us. Turned out she wasn't. She wanted to go to an event at her old school.
And you're just a hotel.
Yes,
Is that what kids do, though?
it is. Apparently, she's invited her boyfriend for here for Christmas.
She
How
invited
nice.
him before asking you.
She asked us, and we didn't give her an answer, and she made the plans anyway.
Well, no. If you didn't give an answer, then that's a yes.
I
I
think that's the assumption
speaking from
she's
a
working
person,
under.
I know that there's a slight age difference from us, but I'm still young enough to remember being young. The fact that you didn't answer, that's not a no. See, you physically have to.
I'm going to take a snippet of this right here, Math Pig, and when your daughter's like 11, I'm going to send it to her.
Oh, that's fine. Send it to her, man. That's totally fine, because she'll be grand. She'll have the worst attitude possible and fuck me off from my height. But that's sometimes what I do with my own mother. I have a foul mouth with my mother, and my girlfriend shouts at me all the time. But there's no malice involved. It's just the way we were raised. Speak your mind, fuck each other off, and get it out of your system. Oh, here comes the angry typing. Has everybody heard Dave's very soft keyboard? It's actually a soft type keyboard. It is. It's a soft type keyboard. Go on, Dave. Type into the chat. Say hello into the chat. Go on.
Oh, wow.
The stupid people who made Dave's laptop put the mic in the middle of the keyboard.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Isn't it?
Where is it? Right there. How do I do this without showing myself? I can't do it. Oh.
Are you
Just
wearing
wait.
trousers?
Let me get find a duvet. Right. How's this gonna work? Right. It's there. The mic. No, where's my hand? There. Right. So the microphone is there.
Oh, that's
Oh,
silly.
wow.
That's the space bar. You hit that more than any other letter on
Yeah.
the keyboard. Right, well, let me do that. Where am I shiny? There's me. There you are. There's a wee shot of me.
How often do you have to shave that?
Pardon?
How often do you have to shave that?
I would generally shave. I would like to shave it every 3 or 4 days, but it's probably every 4 or 5 because sometimes I'd be tired.
I love shaving it too.
If I leave it for a week and a half, then the razor blade is no good, and that's how we end up with Patch Pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, the razor blade, the hers is that long that the razor catches. I had to go and get a haircutting kit, man, and cut that before I fucking shaved it again.
Yeah, I got because I don't. Which I should shave more often because I shave intermittently. I always use the trimmer first, trim it down to nothing, and then shave it.
Yeah, well, I don't like it getting that far. I don't like what we would call the fuzziness. I like it smooth.
Yeah. Oh, this is the problem. I don't tend to appear on camera when I've got a beard.
Oh yeah, well
The only
beard
time's
is,
normal.
yeah, you need to get the beard. I trimmed my beard today and even went and got some beard wax and got a comb instead of a beard comb to try and make it as straight. Like, look at Richard's. Richard's has straight parallel lines. Mine's like pube hairs. It just goes fucking everywhere. Like, it's,
Technically all beards are pubic hair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a QI joke where Jimmy Carr says to Stephen Mangan, the last time I saw hair like that, it was poking out of my girlfriend's knickers. And Stephen Mangan responds, "I can only apologise."
Well, as a note on evolution and how we look back through time and things like that, we can actually tell when Homo sapien sapien or whatever particular Homo was going about at the time started to wear clothes, because we used to have nits all over our body, and like a monkey would sit and pick nits out of the back of another monkey and clean and stuff like that. They would exist all over our body, but that type of hair was all over our body that we now have on our beard and on our pubic hair.
Do you know what the most interesting thing about that is?
What?
The fact that they split into separate species.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
As the chest hair went away, because the pubic and the hair and the beard were separate, they can trace the genomes of the separate things as to when they came back together.
Yeah, see, Dave's being more technical than me, but the fact, because of that, we can actually tell the moment in time when we started wearing clothes. Because when we started wearing clothes, we didn't need fur anymore.
You think that way it came first?
Pardon?
You think that came first?
Wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that from what I haven't done an awful lot of research into it, but from what I've seen, it makes me think that clothes came first. Perhaps a thinning of our hair, possibly. And then the need for clothes, which would probably, accelerate again with what they call the Red Queen, I think scientists may have called it. With doing one thing helps accelerate the evolution of another.
Mm.
Does that mean pigs started wearing clothes first? Because, they've lost all their hair now.
Not all kinds of pigs.
There's some hairy
Yeah,
pigs out
only
there.
pigs have more clothes, obviously.
Yeah, that's just
Yes,
that's a
yeah.
speciation. That's not a divergence. Yeah,
I'm assuming we took the hair off pigs.
I would assume so. Probably
We
from
didn't-
domestication, but some animals lent towards domestication, like cows and pigs. And imagine the chicken in the wild. What was it originally? A South American fowl, wasn't it?
Who was I watching the
Chickens,
other night?
jungle fowl.
Yeah, South American jungle fowl. Yeah.
Mhm.
Horses were originally evolved in America, then when were brought to Europe, died out in America, and then were brought back to America again. But horses originated in America, in the Americas.
America's.
Some fascinating things in South America that we don't understand
Man,
in terms of whether or not Polynesians got over there.
see if I've nothing to do and like 20 minutes to kill. PBS Eons. Just go to PBS EONS. It is an absolute fantastic channel, and I learned about 2 weeks ago about something like an 18-foot long crocodile that could run up to 30 mile per hour on land after the dinosaurs died. Imagine that thing chasing you down. My wee daughter come over, and I'll always remember this because the wee girl come over and looked at what I was doing, asked what it was. I said crocodile, and I have a video of her going crocodile. So
I'm more worried about the dragonfly with the 6-meter wingspan.
But that's different. That's down to the oxygen supply in the earth, in the atmosphere at the minute, and that keeps
Very
us
good.
grand.
It is, you're right.
That keeps us grand. Of course I'm right. I'm the host.
On the Polynesian thing, critical cripple, you don't assign value to Pangea?
What? Pangaea is a whole magnitude scale further back.
Pangea is
Yes.
also, I think, the third supercontinent. There was two before it that people don't remember. Pangea gets all the credit, but there was two supercontinents before that.
Right.
When I say Polynesian, I mean the Polynesisian people making it into South America.
Okay.
Which it's debatable. It's not. I don't think there is consensus on that yet.
Well, if you want to talk about people in boats, the whole Egyptian thing, and are they actually the real Jews? Are they them people? What do you call them? The sea peoples? The sea peoples. I love the history of the sea peoples and who the sea people... You laugh at me, Richard, but it shows to be...
It just sounds so cute when you say it, man. I
know,
can't
man.
help it.
That's why it's funny, right?
It's the sea peoples.
It's the sea
It's the
peoples.
sea peoples.
Right? Because the sea peoples come in and randomly would just land and wipe people out. Would just come in, rape, pillage, steal everything, and I think it
So
was,
they weren't sea peoples; they were seamen.
no, they were sea peoples, okay, and they were referred to in a few different people of that time referred to these people and whatever they were called, and we didn't know what they were, where they came from. Or
They
anything
were
like that.
they were seamen injecting themselves into the valleys.
When
Yes.
they came in, they attacked Egypt twice, and I think the second time the Egyptians bait them back so that they were fucked. They had not, and they're surviving hand to mouth. They're like pirates sort of people. And then because they got wiped out, that originally became they had landed and then had to find land. And I think that's what originally became. Who's the people before the Jews where Yahweh was one of the pantheon of their gods? Was it the Canaanites?
Dr. Josh question.
I think the Jews that we would refer to, or whatever they are, are a shot off of the Canaanite religion. I think El and
That sounds right.
I think El and Yahweh were an original two god. Were part of the pantheon
Same
of gods
thing.
of the Canaanites, and then
Yeah.
the Jews became an offshoot, and then the Bible possibly got written after that to explain where they came from. But I think the way history is looking, that the sea peoples who used to rape and pillage people,
They were seamen.
No. They invented our god. That everybody. Well, our god. I. Sorry to say that. But don't laugh at me. They invented the god that
Your
everybody-
god.
You get what I mean, Dave. Our cultural god, the one that we talk about when we say the word god.
The god of Math Pig.
But I think it's a fun story that originally it was pirates who used to rape and pillage and destroy people. Is the origination possibly of what a religion is: spread the good and love and everybody be friendly. I think it's funny that if you go back far enough, everybody's a bastard.
And I'm fairly certain that. No, to man, you already linked me to it elsewhere where we discussed it.
Pardon?
You've
Somebody ignore me.
exasperated Dave.
I had half a thought.
Well, give us half the thought and then finish the other half up.
No, because I was going to mention again about the fact that we're almost certainly all Jewish.
Everybody in the world.
Yes. No.
What's your favourite colour? Blue.
Everybody that is not sub-Saharan African. Just based on the number of generations between then and now.
Oh yeah, well I've watched it.
Yes, that's my point. We discussed it already
Yeah.
previously.
Yeah. But did you watch the video? It was a good video.
I'd already seen that video.
Of course you did.
I like
yeah.
number file. I
Other
like Brady
people,
stuff.
Yeah, of course you subbed a number file. Number file's fantastic. Shout out to Matt Parker. If I could meet that
I mean,
man.
I fall asleep. What I put on to fall asleep is 60 symbols.
Oh man, the spreadsheet. Like that. Spreadsheets is fantastic. Nobody has any idea. Richard's face is freaking out right now. But Matt Parker, spreadsheet comedy. It's fantastic. It's so funny. Relax. Just relax. Critical gets the joke but isn't laughing. But vortices. When you smoke rings, blowing smoke rings, you know what a smoke ring is? Smoke ring is actually known as a vortice. It's where it like comes back in itself to it creates a circle and that's how you. Nobody cares, but it's very funny. Matt Parker, go.
And you can blow a smoke ring through another smoke ring as well. That's fun.
Yeah, they did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, vaping's all the shit, and now all it shows to see is that it's creating a special type of bacteria in people's lungs that's killing them. Stick with your cigarettes, folks. We know what they are.
Different experiment, but yeah.
Did you see the physics girl one where she did water vortices going through each other?
Oh, yes, in the swimming pool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not see that one.
How'd they create the vortices?
In the water. How did they do the ones in the water?
Yeah.
I can't. No, I'm trying to think. I can't
Sound
remember.
waves, probably.
Might
Probably
have
doing sound waves with a bass speaker. Bass speaker would create that sort of. I would put the video up, but I don't know if you were watching, Nerdy, or watched back, or Dave was there. Do you remember when I did it with 4 Crazy Comrades when John was on? I brought that video up, and then with Scientist Mail, I also brought up another video when we were streamlabbing. Yeah, I got copyright strikes for them. Now they both let me away and said it's fine. We're just taking your monetization. Not that I monetized, but I was like, right, fine. I'm not going to fight this. I did clearly
Take
use
the
your
0
content.
pence.
But yeah, they're still giving me the green light, so it's not actually a strike. They've just allowed me to use their content, which is cool. But we need to talk more over shit and pause more.
Transformative.
Yeah.
What's the ruling on that? Like you get a certain amount of seconds?
Oh no, well I can
How does
hit
that
a
work?
button. I can hit a
It's
button
proportional to the. Well, in the UK, it's proportional to the length of the thing you are doing, of the thing you are ripping off.
Neither
Oh,
one
okay.
of them were longer than 2 minutes.
The thing you're quoting is fine. Yeah, we get fair dealing.
I didn't quote
Just
it.
like
I
fair
full
use.
blown fucking shared screen and put it on screen and showed a trailer. It was like for a minute and a half, and that's what flashed up on.
The problem is, at the moment, the copyright system on YouTube is basically swarming with bots.
Yeah.
Trying to find anything they can claim. There's no humans involved at all. They're just going to go claim, and some will pay off.
That's I don't know. I mean, I've seen things which seem to suggest that people are that it's a
No,
job.
people are doing it as well, but the
Yeah.
bots are the ones that at the moment that are throwing them, that are flinging them everywhere.
Yeah, because it's our justification as creators to fight back and go, we didn't do it. And if we fight back, that causes less pings than actually, if they flag everybody and only the people who care come back, that's going to create a hell of a lot less for humans to deal with than it would be them watching everything.
Because we need them to start being punished for frivolous claims.
Yeah, we need to flip it around the other way. That's what I'm saying. They're tagging
At the end of the day,
everybody.
there's no one objects to actual people being struck for copyright infringement.
Man, I have filled out that not safe for kids fucking damn questionnaire twice. And every time I log onto my computer, it's like, you need to, by rights, click this. I was like, I've done it twice. Come on. I'm just closing you now.
I found a button somewhere. It covers the whole channel, and it comes up that way as default.
I did that the second time. The first time I did it for the video, the second time I did it for the channel, and now it still comes up. I don't know. I'm having a Richard moment.
It's all right. Even when you set it for the channel, it just stays there anyway. They're trying to reduce their liability.
I know, and you're very good at this sort of stuff, Nerdy, and you told me to delete my cookies after the Zoom mess about, but it actually took wiping and setting right back to factory settings to do it. So you were correct, but not correct. It took an extra step. Even the best get knocked down. That's the point I'm trying to make. I can't be right all the time. We can't always be right all the time.
I can.
You listening, Richard?
You can.
Yeah.
How much control over that pickle do you have? Do you have complete pickle control?
Near infinite control. Yeah, I don't have
Tracks
bowel
your face,
control.
though.
Yeah.
Is it actually tracking your face, or is it you using your mouse to control it?
No, it's face. Yeah.
He has multiple. I have seen this man off screen, and he has multiple ones, from scary flaming skulls to everything. Yeah, there's a multitude of things, and it definitely tracks his head. Of course, Nerdy knows better than me because it's his program, and I'm just over talking him because I'm an asshole. But that's just.
So does he have to wear the hat?
Yes, this is an actual hat.
No, it's not.
Oh my god, I'm naked.
Potato.
Potato? What are you talking about?
Potato.
Mm.
Oh, you found your hat.
It's festive.
Right, well, we've been doing an hour and 15 minutes. We've rounded it all up pretty much last week. We've had a bit of fun this week. We're going to give it, 3 minutes will be an hour and 15 minutes. So if we've any questions from the chat, have we anything going on? Dave, have you any questions? Nerdy, have you any jokes?
No.
No.
Nerdy, will you do me... Hold on. This do me a favour, Nerdy, right? Hold on. Hold on. Right. Nerdy, say you're watching Math Pig.
You're watching Math Pig. And no one knows why.
Well, I'm collecting people to do this. I've got like 4 or 5 now of people that have been on the channel. It's in about 6 months, when I've got like 30 seconds or a minute's worth of people saying it, it's going to be my new trailer. With funny music and editing and stuff and all. Like, yeah, it's going to be cool, man. It just takes time. Okay.
Hey, Lucy.
What? So we've got no questions.
Oh, there's Lucy Luxor.
Oh, Lucy just popped in. Lucy, I was shouting your love and letting everybody know. Is it Saturday night at 9 p.m? Lucy Luxor, click her name in the chat. Go and see. Lucy, do you want to jump in for a wee while, Lucy? We haven't been talking anything except useless bollocks. Look, Nerdy's on screen. It can't be a smart conversation. Come on.
And lube. We're talking about lube.
We were talking about pee earlier. Come on.
Isn't that what he's swimming in?
We have Lucy.
It started out as brine, but over time, with excrement. Ah!
You got a cape.
Hello, Lucy.
I think that's her hair, Dave.
All right.
It's definitely a cape.
It's
You're a
hair.
superhero.
It's not a cape.
You just saved the
It's
stream,
green!
Lucy. We were for closing down. We were for closing down because we had nothing left to say. But now that you've jumped in, you have revitalized the conversation. This is the night that you
Got the
said
good
you
one
talked
said he
about.
was here.
He was here. He's in the chat, but he didn't jump in. But he'll jump in now because you're here. I'm sure he'll jump in now if he's.
Oh, we
think
also have Penny's O'Toole.
I think he
Welcome,
went
Penny's
to the pub.
O'Toole.
That's not pronounced pennies.
Sure it is. It's Penny's. I can read.
Yeah.
Why does the
Penny.
live? Why is the chat not showing up in the thingamabob?
Why do I have to?
Because it's
explain this
through-
every single time.
Because it's through a different program. It's not on StreamYard actual.
Oh, that's rubbish, isn't it?
No. You just have to use your phone to bring it up.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's all you have to do. There you go. This looks better now because we've got everybody
So
else on.
aggressive.
I'm not
So
aggressive.
aggressive.
If you just look at how right, watch this. Watch this. Are you watching? This
I'm watching. I'm watching.
this is what gets sent out to everybody. See this little thing here with a frame and the pictures
Yeah.
inside it? That's what gets sent out to everybody.
I know that. I do watch your streams occasionally.
Oh, so you do, and you're still confused.
Hello, nerdy. I
Oh.
love you.
Hi, Lucy.
I'll just sit back. Go on ahead there, Lucy. You just take over my stream as you've always wanted to. Go on ahead.
Yes. Can you put me full screen then? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, you need Lucy saying the math pig thing.
Yeah,
Math Pig.
only if you say.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you have to say you're watching Math Pig.
Okay.
Hold on. I hit the record button here. Hold on.
Be serious, though.
Okay.
Go on ahead.
Are you
Go.
ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Am I looking at the camera? I feel like I'm cross-eyed.
I've got all this. You were there for a second. Just say it, woman. You need to lower your
Okay.
head, though. You're cutting your head off.
All right, shush then. Hello. You're watching Math Pig.
She raised her eyebrows. Again. I'm going to save that one for the end now, Lucy. You just became my closing screen.
Hello. You're watching Math Pig.
Now you're just doing it for fun because I've already got the recording. Oh, I missed the lick. I should have recorded the lick. Top lip. So, Lucy,
You've
how
been
was your
watching
night?
Math Pig. Sorry?
How was your night?
It's been alright.
Good to hear.
Sorted.
That's the why are you asking face.
Did
I
you do
think.
anything
That's-
fun?
Well, we were supposed to be playing blankety blank tonight, but then God had a bit of a huff on and went to the pub. And then I was going to go live
Go get
with
headphones.
Faith and the Fallen,
Go get headphones.
and then we decided to just sit privately and have a chat. And then she's just gone because her son's come home from school, so I was going to go to bed. And then I checked my Twitter, and God said I'm in Math Pigs and out. So here I am.
The old hangouts afterwards are good crack. The one with Scientist Mel I had on Tuesday was 3 and a bit hour long, and then me and her had one for about 4 hours afterwards. We talked to all hours of the fucking night. We started singing. She started drinking gin. I started drinking more Buckfast. It was a very fun night.
Getting naked.
Oh no, there was no. I was inviting everybody in to come sing with us, and nobody wanted to
Did
come
you-
listen to me sing.
Did you show her your mantelpiece?
No. Don't bring that on my stream, okay? Right. There we are. Where's that
The
ball?
worst thing is we're bringing it up on virtually every. We lost Lucy. Oh, you kicked her.
She's officially left. She's been kicked.
She's
We've
still
been
laughing.
bringing that.
She's still laughing. Are you finished?
Yep.
Good. There's a joke
She's not-
on Lucy's little and the God the Good One circle, right? And no, I'm not even gonna tell it. Okay, I'm not telling it. I'm not telling it. It's been done
Your
to death.
girlfriend wanted a picture, didn't she?
Right, Richard. Short version, Richard. Do you know the way I did?
Have you shown the picture on your channel?
Do you know that video I did with you, Richard, with Master Sergeant Jim? And I tweaked
Yes,
it.
yes, of course.
Right. Well, they did that live and actually manipulated me, and then I went with it, and then they twisted what I said, and there was a whole Math Pigs got word his mum's holding it
Manipulated
with a
you.
picture for his girlfriend. It got twisted into all these different words. They are bad people. There's Dave typing again.
Dave is
Bad
typing
friends.
a frenzied response to that. Yeah.
They are all
No,
evil
what?
people.
Richard, listen to me. No. This is sorry.
Lucy's
This
been
is
dying
this
to
is
talk
what
to you,
You're not
by
going to
the
be able
way.
to get through
Lucy
this.
has been
This is
dying
what
to talk to you.
Actually happened.
this is what actually happened.
I'm listening.
Mathpig sent me a picture of a woman holding his mantelpiece. Right?
It's a fire
Do you know-
police.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what the Americans call it. Wooden fire surround.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this woman holding this mantelpiece, like
Mhm.
not attached to the wall or anything.
Right.
And I said, because it was in private, and I literally just went, "Why have you got a picture of your girlfriend holding it?" And he went, "Fuck off, that's my mother."
This was not
well,
private. This
obviously,
was on fucking screen. This was on
Obviously-
stream. It was not private. It was on stream that you said this.
no, but the picture.
The picture was
I
private.
was looking-
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, this is her reality. Hold on.
Yeah. No. She's
Yeah,
like
so
Trump.
the
She's
picture-
manipulating it.
The picture's in private, but we're on the stream. And I
Okay.
just went, why have you got a picture of your girlfriend holding it? And he went, "Fuck off, that's my mother," in his Irish accent. So obviously, like, we're just all... And then I said to him, "Why have you got a picture of your mum holding it then?" And he went, "Because my girlfriend wanted to see a picture of it."
Makes perfect sense so far.
Yeah, and the thing then, I tried to defend the fact that I was, making everything in the house all lovely and natural wood, and then they took the whole wood.
You said
thing
you
and
couldn't
went with
get it
that.
erect without your mother holding it.
It
Your mother
wouldn't
holding
stand
your
up,
big
that's
hard
what it
wood.
was.
Yeah.
Because right, it's a huge fireplace around. Okay, it's massive.
And,
She's
and
gone.
your
So it's
girlfriend
huge
wanted to
wood.
see a
Wouldn't
picture.
Got
of
it.
Yeah, it was not. It wouldn't stand up on its own if somebody wasn't holding it, because it's. These are all bastards making fun of me. It's like a roasted math pig for the finale. Anybody wants?
Richard's
Anybody
just
else?
sat here like, "I'm far too intelligent for these fuckers." Like,
You're far too intelligent for these fuckers. Can you say epistemology? Can you say epistemology? Can everybody in the chat please say epistemology?
Epistemology.
There you are.
he's just like,
Epistemology.
Can you say it?
"I'm
Lucy?
not." Can I say what?
Exactly. I spelled it
Epistemology?
I said it like 4 times in the chat. That's the word that you can never say right.
Oh. Can you
know
say
the one that I
Jeremy?
always put in the chat that confuses you.
Epistemology?
Yes, that's how you actually say it. You've never said it correctly before.
Have I not?
No, never. And like the 4 times I've mentioned it in the chat, every time you try and get all smart ass.
Right. Has somebody please told David Worley how to say sycophant?
No. How on earth does he say
There's another
sycophant?
word that he says that that's wrong. Oh, what else is it? There's another word he says.
Does he say sycophant or what?
He says sycophant
Oh,
Psychophant?
and sycophantic.
fair enough.
God ran away.
Critical cripple.
Yeah.
Can I ask what disability you have?
My knees are completely fucked.
Okay, you don't like have MS or anything?
No.
No. Just wondered.
He was a famous footballer in the 70s.
No, he wasn't. Don't lie.
He's not that old either.
Prove it.
Yeah,
Prove it.
yeah.
Are you like in a wheelchair all the time, or?
No.
Have you not seen
No.
his hand dispenser icon?
I meant to use a wheelchair outside the house. I can stand up for a few minutes and I can walk around the house, no problem.
Yeah.
I meant to use a wheelchair when I leave the house, but I don't. But if I want to go somewhere, I can't walk. It's too far for me to walk around to Tesco. I can't do a shot. I have to
Okay.
use my wheelchair and the stupid fucking trolleys that attach to the side of it.
Mm.
Girlfriend's
That's
mum's-
about it.
girlfriend's dad's like that. You have to get a wheelchair for him if we go out for walks and stuff. Fuck all the hills.
If I actually went shopping enough, Tesco lends you a fucking electric one, which is quite slow but fun. Crash into things and people. The best thing about being in a wheelchair is you can ram into anyone and they apologise.
That's terrible. Oh, but it's true. It's true, isn't it?
Oh, very much so.
Oh, wow.
You
People
become
don't talk to you.
automatically invisible, though.
Yeah, people don't talk to you. I mean, the number of times I'm with my partner, and they'll turn around and say, "Would you like a cup of tea?"
Yeah.
My knees are fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, go
Yeah.
on. And a biscuit.
Oh,
I just wanted to ask. That was all.
that's okay.
Lucy likes to know everything. She's very nosy. She likes to gossip.
Well, it's not. I don't like the fucking gossip. I like to get to know.
Oh no! When I come onto your channel, nerd, Lucy, what happens when I come onto your channel? What do you do?
Oh,
when
it's
I
the
come
drama.
No,
Oh, the
what happens
drama.
when I come
We like
onto
the
your channel?
drama.
You just give me dog's abuse.
It's
That's
always
all
the
you do.
drama when I come onto your channel, Lucy.
You
Always
just
the
give
drama.
me dog's abuse. So all I'm going to do is give you dog's abuse
Potato.
on my channel. We have a love-hate relationship, as in I love to hate.
I'm
Lucy.
sure there's something offensive about that.
Yeah,
potato?
it's like, man, in the UK now, you're not allowed to wear a Mexican outfit on Halloween at a university because it's offensive to the Mexican people.
Who said that?
He's on a live
That's actually
thing.
true, Lucy. And look at bee. Look, bee in the background. There was a bee in the background. I seen a bee.
Whose?
I
Who's
seen a
be
bee.
mindful?
Be mindful
Is be mindful.
is in the background,
That's a good question.
hiding behind Richard.
I mean, who are any of us? I mean, who am I?
Did you say whore?
I think we're
No,
all
no,
actually-
who?
I think we are all actually figments of Geo Sam's mind. I'm assuming. Is it a solipsist?
Or maybe Matt Dillahunty's mind. I'm not sure which one's
Oh, no, it's
actually
definitely Geo
in
Sam's.
charge.
It's definitely Geo
Oh,
Sam's.
it's Geo. Okay.
Yeah, because there's a whole section of the
That-
internet
that-
where people really don't like each other, and Matt Dillahunty's generally nice. Geo Sam has that evil streak.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Mr. Dillahunty's going to be very disappointed to hear that he is a figment of Geo Sam's imagination.
I met a complete stranger that came into work that I drove out to the house today, and by chance asked about my number plate, Richard. And he knows Matt Dillahunty, and we started a conversation about Sam Harris and Richard Dawkins and stuff. And
What's your number plate?
666, and then my initials.
Is it not dangerous in Northern Ireland?
No, because it offends both sides.
Oh, so it does. They don't have a problem with Christians being offended. You've got to offend a particular sect.
Oh no, I offend everybody, man. I'm blunt. Like, have you not picked that up yet?
Okay, guys, one of my best employers just showed up, and I can't ignore him forever, so I'm going to go tend to that. It's been a blast, guys. Thanks a lot. Peace and respect to you all.
Richard,
Truly.
as always,
See you,
man,
Richard.
thank you very much.
Hope to see you all again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So I've had to join Discord again.
Why? Because you needed a thumbnail and had to plug in and go, Robbie, will you make me a thumbnail? Without technically asking for a thumbnail because you were totally...
Is that your name?
Yeah, have you not heard it before? I've said it loads, like.
No,
I can't
I'm
remember
so
your. I never remember your name. It really annoys me. I can't.
But I do
I'm
say it a
so
lot.
self-absorbed. I don't remember anybody's name.
Hello, my name's Robbie, and that's my dog sleeping on a cushion in the background. There's a lovely, nice
Aw.
new door. And a picture
You're so
of...
pretty. Look
It's a
at
picture
how
of New York
pretty
with
he
the
is.
There's a picture of New York there with the Twin Towers.
Is your fireplace up?
No! I'm fucking
His
going-
mum's still holding it. It's been weeks now, to be honest. But
No, I'm doing the bathroom first, man. I'm trying to paint the bathroom, okay?
His mum still stood there holding it. It's been 3 weeks. Like,
What?
she's-
That's better than any Viagra ever. Just get yourself a fucking oak farce around. Lasts for 3 weeks.
And a mother to get it up for you.
Oh, would you go away? Purple. Purple rhymes with orange. Feel free to jump in, man. I know I don't jump into enough of your streams, but the timing doesn't work, but feel free to jump in here. Lucy will twerk to get purple rhymes with orange on.
twerk, twerk. Wow.
That was impressive.
Critical. Have you not heard? Of course you have.
No, I went. I had to go back and watch that because I missed it.
But
Critical cripple.
tell
Yeah.
Want me
Lucy,
to tell you a little secret?
it's not a secret.
What's
I've been
that?
telling everybody all night on the stream. I mentioned you twice.
Oh, fuck you,
Go on.
man.
Well,
I wasn't here. Go on. What's the
So-
secret?
Right, right. Just between me and you. No one else is listening. What are you doing Saturday at 9 p.m. UK time?
Watching your stream.
Do you know why you're watching my stream?
I've forgotten. I did know. Mavte told me.
I'm interviewing Omegon.
That's the guy that made you twerk. Are you going to twerk again then?
No, I'm not twerking again. But I'm.
So
I'm
what have you agreed to
interviewing.
do to get that interview?
I just asked him.
Have you it scheduled? Have you it scheduled?
Yep. No, not yet.
We'll get it fucking scheduled so I can like shell it in the chat. How's people gonna go to it and look at it if it's not scheduled?
I wanna just make sure that the thumbnail's okay with him because you've used his image.
Well, I'm sure he won't mind, but that's a fair
I don't think he
point.
will, but I'm just
That's a
like
very
I
good
just wanna
point.
I just wanna check.
Nerdy, critical, you will remember this, Lucy won't, but do you remember when Sky Out came on with the Carlton episode in the after party?
No.
Okay, you don't watch enough of my videos, go fuck yourself. Sky Out, you know of Sky Out, yes?
I have to sleep sometimes.
Type 1 in the chat if any of you actually watch MathPig's videos.
After they're not live, there's 12 people here, they're clearly watching my video, your logic is flawed.
Yeah, but
I'm
if they
seeing a
watch
stream of
more than
twos here.
one,
Right, okay, there is one where Sky Out turns up, and if anyone knows who Sky Out is, he's a plonker. Now, he is a plonker, and we're all English here, you know, we're all UK, so we know what plonker means. But he asked me in an email, could he share that video on his channel, mirror it, and I was like, that's totally fine, as long as you give me some, no, mention me in the description. Just acknowledge me in the description, and I don't care if you mirror it. So he mirrored it, and in the description was like, came from MathPig's channel. Go check him out. No link, no fuck all. It's not really an acknowledgement. I was like,
no.
you're an asshole. You did that deliberately.
Shitty, innit?
I don't give a fuck. I've been growing every day. I'm fantastic. I'm catching up on you, Lucy. I'm going to be like Laura Lee. I'm going to overtake you. Watch out. Watch out.
Oh, for God. What is wrong with people's fucking egos? Get over your
you.
fucking self.
Says you. What is it, doorknob head? You're not YouTube famous. You're Lucy Luxor famous.
Yeah. That's sorry. It was a joke. It's a joke. It's always a joke. I'm
Yeah,
fuck all on YouTube.
Yeah, you have
I know-
like a
I know-
fire
I know
pan stuck on
that.
top of your cupboard that you can't get down because you're too short. It's hilarious. I see it every stream you do in the kitchen, and it's like,
When you start a stream, and when God starts a stream, more people turn up to yours quickly.
What than God's?
Yeah.
Burn.
Critical Dave.
Dave's
Dave.
just saying that because Dave has a thing to turn up to a stream first and shout woof.
Dave. Let me just tell you right now. I fucking love you for saying that.
You should clip that bit out of MathPig's stream and you can have it on at the start of one of your videos.
Say that again there, Lucy. What were you saying there? Hold on 1 wee second there, Lucy. What were you saying? Oh, that face is... I'm going to use that face for you're watching MathPig and not have your lips moving. Yeah, these are a lot.
Yeah, I think that covers it. Naughty MathPig.
Fucking love you, Dave, for saying that.
Oh, I just shrunk you down. You really... You happy now?
Clearly you're not.
No, this just means I love you. Everybody gets kicked from the screen.
MathPig, can you do a Bristolian accent?
A Bristolian accent, as in someone from Bristol?
Yeah.
No, unless you give me something to work with.
Say, I'm going to park my car in the car park.
But I don't know what someone particularly from Bristol sounds like.
Like that.
Lucy is from Bristol.
Lucy's from Bristol. I thought she was from Yorkshire.
Wales. I know it sounds like she's from Wales.
What do you call that? No, she's
It-
from the
it's
place
Bristol.
with the cider.
I live in Somerset,
Somerset, yes.
but I'm Bristolian.
Right,
Do you know
well,
anything about her?
I don't
This is
look-
Lucy.
Okay, can I ask you a
Have you
question?
ever watched
Can I ask you a question? Right, I'm going to ask Dave a question. Dave, how far away is Tullyleash from where I live?
No one cares.
About 45 miles.
No, actually 3.5. See, you don't know fuck all about Northern Ireland's geography, and we're smaller than you. You think I'm going to learn England?
That's nothing. It's nothing to do with
What?
geography. It's
It does.
about
I
me as a
only know where people
person.
are from because they
Yeah.
announce it. You have never announced that you're from Bristol before. All you talk
She
about.
has.
Do you
She
think
says she's Bristolian all the time.
No, she makes jokes about cider.
Look
all
at
the
her
time.
face.
Have you never seen any of Lucy's content ever?
Who's Lucy?
I've known Critical Cripple for what, 3-4 months?
Yeah, not very long.
I just maybe have
I've
missed
known
that.
you for how long?
It's called active listening, Lucy. I'm usually in the chat talking to other people. You're just a hub for me to talk to other people that matter. I feel bad now. No, I don't know. No, geography does not matter. And Lucy can say what she wants, but me and Lucy, you know this. I know you, and you asked me, oh, you can't tell who I am, and blah, 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 blah. I was like, I know exactly who you are. No, you don't. And I sent you a message, and you went, fuck, that's pretty much me, bang on. And I was like, yeah.
No,
But
now
why,
see what
why don't you take any notice of like things that I say?
I don't
See
take
what you've
notice
done
of
now,
where you
Matthew?
live.
This is-
Where you live
look.
does not matter to me. Your dogs matter to me.
you're saying that Lucy doesn't matter to you. This is outrageous. I think we're all going to have to unsubscribe
No,
from.
that is
Big
not
House.
what I meant. I meant where she lives doesn't matter to me. Lucy matters to me. Where she lives doesn't matter to me. Lucy, I did not mean it the way that you're taking it. Where you live doesn't matter to me. I know that you live in you.
That just really upsets me and hurts me.
Lucy, but I'm. Where you live doesn't matter to me. I couldn't tell you where Nerdy lives, where Critical lives. I always make a mistake on where God lives.
We've known each other for ages, and you just don't pay attention to anything. You just come into my channel then to talk to other people and not to me. Is that what you're saying?
That was a joke, Lucy.
Oh,
Clearly
it
a
doesn't
joke.
sound like a joke.
Well, it.
Fucking prick.
Burn the math pig. Burn.
Where's the button for end or kick from stream? I'm just watching her have a little heart attack. No, she's not getting back on. And I know she can hear me. You're an asshole. My little heart's racing. I generally felt like I hurt you there. Alright? That wasn't fun.
Yeah,
No,
I
that
could see the
generally
math pig
wasn't
feels
fun.
coming out, and Lucy could see the math pig feels coming out, and we were giggling all the way.
God's back.
Oh, hi, God.
Oh, as
Lucy
soon as he
just
started frantically
completely
typing, I was
generally-
like, oh,
no.
shit.
Well, you may be faking it, but fuck you. I'm just. You're an asshole.
See, I think this just goes to prove, unfortunately, that Math Pig has not seen any of Lucy's content because,
Says you laughing, who when I asked you a question about my content earlier couldn't answer. So none
Yeah,
of
but we
yous
don't
watch
care where you
mine.
live, Matt.
We don't watch Lucy's. Nobody watches anybody's content. We all just turn up for the chat. Yeah,
True story.
it is a true story. There's a lot of videos
Yeah.
that's on out there, like Atheist Edge and a couple of other people's that you have to watch twice because you watch the first time live for the chat and then you watch it back for the video.
I
It
watch
gives the creator
Nerdy's
two watches.
content though.
Pardon?
But Nerdy doesn't tend to do live streams.
He does.
But
the
I
odd
watch his
thing.
content.
Sorry,
Does he?
Lucy, I talked over you twice. Go on ahead, you bitch.
I watch Nerdy's content, and I actually left a genuine comment on his last video.
But again, it wasn't a live stream, was it?
It said, fantastic. I'm leaving a genuine comment.
Well, you left a genuine comment saying genuine comment.
Yeah.
I'm now going to do that.
how would you know it's genuine unless you say so?
I said I watched the whole thing and left a genuine comment.
There you go,
Do it the
Lucy.
right way.
There's Lucy's looking off screen because she just got a notification that remember Sammy Jenkins had just subbed to her fucking channel. He's my Australian friend, and he now thinks that you're his favorite content creator because you bitched me. You fucking.
Oh, hey God, and hey Rory, and hey Sammy.
Yeah, we've two shots, two slots. I'm just thinking of shooting Lucy.
You kick
Just
me
a
down if
little
you want.
hog
I don't
roast.
mind.
Well, you see, this is the thing. You know you're safe because I don't actually know exactly where you live. We've established that.
You can kick me down if you want.
We've 2 free slots, and I would never kick you out of my stream completely. Maybe in real
Get
life when
God's
I eventually
drunk.
see you.
Get him up. Get him up. I bet you God's probably drunk. You should get him up.
Well, the link B's about B Rory. No, Nerdy, do the link.
What? That's far too difficult.
Come on, put the link. You're a pickle. You can be a pickle on screen. You can put the link in the chat.
I love how you started like ferociously typing. That
Dave's got the best keyboard.
Did you not see earlier, Lucy, when we discussed this when he was on stream? He had a mirror set up reflecting his keyboard, and the mic for the laptop is actually placed beside the spacebar.
That's why. You should do ASMR. People love that shit.
He's very limited to keyboard ASMR, unless he's gonna have to lick the fucking B symbol for the B key.
You've got quite a nice voice as well, so you should do reading videos as well. Critical Cripple.
There are people with much better. See? There are people with much better voices than me.
Well,
You can tell the difference between nerdy and critical, yes? What's the difference between nerdy and critical?
nerdy sounds more Queen's English.
Richard couldn't tell the difference with the exception of one word.
Oh.
And one's north and one's south.
I'd say Dave is more he's got a bit of like he's got a bit of like a thicker accent, a tiny bit, but
I grew up with a Scouse accent. I then moved to Bristol and lost my accent.
are you Bristolian?
I grew up in Wirral.
Where do you live now
I
then?
went to Wirral again. I moved back home. But I went to university in Bristol and then moved
cool.
to Chepstow. So I lived in Bristol, then Chepstow.
I'd say Dave is more
I know. It's weird, isn't it?
I've got a bit of
You're
like
hearing
a
yourself.
tiny bit, but
Rory's living in the past, that's
Then
why.
moved to Bristol and lost my accent.
are you Bristolian?
I grew up in Wirral.
Where do you live now
I
then?
went to Wirral again.
I sound annoying as fuck, don't I?
I lived in Bristol, then Chepstow. But that's not your accent.
Oh, God.
Hi, God.
Hello?
Will you do me a favour?
He's pissed.
If you had to
He's
pick a
drunk, look.
side, if you had to pick a side on a war, would you pick my side over Lucy's side?
Don't like Lucy anymore. No bitch.
Rory, I keep muting you, Rory, because we can hear the live chat over the. There you go. Yeah.
Critical Cripple said that Lucy gets more people watching his shit than me, so I don't like Critical Cripple anymore neither.
She made me have heart palpitations. All right, actual heart palpitations.
I didn't say she got more people than you. I can't remember who gets the more people. What I said was she gets people faster. When she starts to stream, people rush to her stream quicker than they go to yours.
We should be fucking quiet. So there.
There you are. You feel better now?
No?
Ha! Nerdy wasn't expecting it. Ha ha! Nerdy.
Sorry, I didn't notice what happened.
Ah. Welcome, God. I decided.
Why are you typing hate speech in your live stream, Matt Peg?
I'm not typing any hate speech.
I hate
declare
Lucy
war.
Luxor.
Okay, that might be a little bit of hate speech because it has the word.
Slightly.
Little bit.
Wee bit. It didn't get banned though because I own the channel. So
Haha, nerdy. Is that any better?
it's a wee bit
Is
better,
that-
Rory. It is a wee bit better.
A wee bit better.
Why
There's
are you
echo.
typing?
Rory, you need to get rid of the whatever streams in the background.
Get some
There's nothing in
headphones.
the background.
Well then,
Claire what?
Okay, that might be a little bit of hate speech because of how it's you, Rory. It's all coming from you. There's some background noise. Wait a minute. It didn't get banned though because I. See, it's all Rory with the background noise. Would we be in agreement with that?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Well,
It
he's
sounds
on a
like he's got
laptop
the
and
there's video playing, given the lag.
it sounds like that. Yes.
No, God, the good one. What are you doing?
God, the good one.
No.
It's war.
Oh,
War. Who? What is it good for?
I was actually going to have an early night.
No. 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 My longest stream is 3.5 hours, and I'm at an hour and 45. So, long time to go yet, Lucy.
Oh, God. I disapprove of the fact that this doesn't tell us how long you've been running, because you're running it through OBS.
It tells me up in the top corner 1 minute 45 seconds and 45 minutes 45 seconds.
It doesn't tell
1
us,
minute,
though.
45 minutes.
Look,
One
fucking
hour,
Diane,
45 minutes.
Diane Albert's running
seconds.
stream. 1 hour 40 minutes and 33 seconds and 4 hours and 25 in yellow.
In October. Don't forget that we'll meet there in November.
Did you see? Did you see that she was on the news being interviewed and someone came up behind her
Who?
and said "fuck her in the pussy"?
She should
You're not allowed
never
to
be
say
on
them things
TV.
on my stream. I'm just gonna love it. It's just every opportunity I get tonight, I'm gonna kick Lucy. Just because she.
The thing was, she looked like she was up.
I think I've got it now.
There you go, Rory.
Hog roast, yeah. I had your YouTube on another window.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the
And
main thing.
that was a problem. But I would like to say, if I could say one thing in this chat,
Go for it.
Lucy is absolutely brilliant. She's from Bristol, Somerset. You know, my father's family, they were mining in North Somerset. So I know what she's like, and her accent is lovely, and I'd love to hear from her more and more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There you go, Lucy. That's
It's
Rory.
lovely of you to say, Rory.
Remember when we had Rory in your chat and you were going, "Who's Rory?" That's Rory.
That's Rory.
Yeah, now you know.
Thank
Leonie's
you.
here. She's
I
come
told
to you.
her where we were. I'm
You
sorry.
Did you invite
told
Leona?
her.
Did you invite Leona? Did you?
I
Did
told
you?
her where we were.
Why did you
She's
tell her?
mad.
But she's so famous, though.
She loves nerdy.
Oh, does she like listening to? Oh, she's only here for nerdy. Hi, Leona.
You got to put him big and get him to do that grin again.
Lucy, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find a clip of Diane Abbott.
Mad woman, mad woman.
She looks
I
mad.
love you. I love you.
See, he's real. He's an actual real person. Do you
I
want?
am.
God, have you seen me live? This is what I look like. What? Lucy, what happened to your colour? You went whole 1990s or 1980s?
As well.
She looks like she's well up for it as well.
If there's a bit of clinking in the background, it's because I'm pouring another Bailey's.
She's gone.
Who's farting? Who's farting?
It's Lucy.
We broke Lucy. We broke Lucy. And we lost God. No, we did. We lost God. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you kicked God.
No. I haven't kicked God yet. Can't kick God. That's the only person who's probably safe from being kicked. That cunt could smite me. No, she's muted herself. She's gone.
Lucy, it's all right. It's all right. You can recover now. Just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. That's it. Slowly. Slowly. There you go.
Your colour still looks like it's
Not
from
working, is it?
1988 though. I don't know what you've done with the colour of the camera. You need to switch a light on. It looks like you've got a... When you look at a picture from 1988, You've got that like orange, sort of reddish. Oh no, that's just your face. That's looks like that all the time, regardless of the light. What are you gonna do? Punch the camera now and make it good? You're just laughing. Nobody can hear you. You're muted.
Right, you
Lucy,
need to get Rory. You need to get
are you gonna
Rory
cut-
to say.
Yes, Lucy.
That he's been
You need
watching
to get
Math.
Rory to say that he watches Math Pig.
Well, he has to come on screen then.
Oh,
I love hog roast.
Rory's not afraid to come on screen, so I will insist upon on screen for that. Nerdy has never been on screen live, so I can't ask him to. What happened, you God? Where'd you go?
He's too drunk, probably.
Right, Rory.
You want live stream? Oh God, here we go.
Just
Alright.
go. You're watching Math Pig in about.
Alright,
Hold on. I hit the button. Go for it.
Hello, everybody. Here I am. See, an aged Englishman.
No, I just wanted you to say you're watching Math Pig, but thanks for the camera.
it's for his he's putting a compilation together, Rory. So he just needs you to say, "Hello, you're watching Math Pig."
That's it. I think.
Hello, I am watching Math Pig.
Sorry, I'm talking over the top of you and ruined it. Sorry, try again.
And I'm pouring myself a Bailey's.
That'll do.
Right,
As it-
follow that up
as it
with
is-
you're watching Math Pig, and that will be brilliant, man. Just say you're watching Math Pig. Come on. How aged are you?
I'm on StreamYard. I'm just the biggest StreamYard I've ever seen.
We've been waiting for you, Math Pig.
Right, do you want to take right, Rory?
What's going
I'm going to
on?
make you full screen, Rory.
I've
and
got
all
no
you have to-
sound.
Pardon?
What?
Pardon?
Have you closed your
Huh?
ears?
Lucy, what'd you say?
Huh?
Have your ears fallen off?
You're not getting my aged face full screen, Math Pig. Sorry.
That's okay.
No.
I already got your aged face full screen. All I want you to say with your symbol is you're watching Math Pig. Wait.
Well, I am watching Math Pig.
Right. Now say it again.
Oh, God. I am watching Math Pig. I am watching Math Pig. Math Pig is the biggest. Math Pig is the best. How's that?
You didn't need to lie.
Well, I lied. No, that's fine, Lucy, because I didn't know he was going to say that, and I cut it off just before he said I am the best, so I don't have that in recording. But yeah, that was the that was like pulling blood from a stone. But that was fantastic. Thank you, Rory.
I told you about the school choir last time.
What did you do at the school choir?
I told you. Having to miss the notes, not to get into the school choir, but I didn't miss the notes, so I did, and I messed up my rugby.
So you
that's
needed
right.
Rory in when you were doing the singing.
Oh, are we doing more hymns now?
No!
Ah, okay.
Do you want to, Lucy?
No!
pick a random number, Lucy.
No!
Huh?
What?
Well, we can have some hymns.
Would you like to listen to a hymn? The
No.
first verse of a hymn from my Salvation Army songbook from when I was a kid. We've got like
No.
over
Does it
1,000
have any Britney
songs.
Spears?
No.
What does it go up to? Hold on, I see what it goes up to. It goes up to. Is that a section on warfare? Yeah, there's a section cap. I don't know why that's got warfare as a title. Yeah, we're up over 900 songs, Lucy. So any number between 0
I
and
don't want to do
950.
it.
No, Critical really wants you to. It's
doesn't.
total reverse psychology.
Dave's only here because I didn't go live. Just saying.
It's not all about you. Just saying.
Fucking is.
Yeah, I'm only here to get Math Pig subs personally. You know.
You're after my socks.
Question for Lucy here.
Yeah.
Did you ever go apple picking in Somerset? Somerset. No?
See,
Oh,
he's being stereotypical now. Watch out, she might cry on screen and make you feel awful.
No.
I used to shag someone that had an apple farm, but I never went apple picking.
Oh, there we go. I did when I was about 17 or something, and I picked cider apples in Somerset.
Yeah,
And the more I picked apples, the more I got paid.
brilliant.
Did that with spuds. Don't be fucking stereotypical, okay? It was a way to make money as a teenager and a young lad. You go pick spuds. Leave us alone.
Cool.
Was there
Now
enough?
fuck off. Potato. What was that camera called again, Nerdy?
Snap camera.
That's,
So you know snap, like when things break?
yeah, I know. I brought it up on the screen earlier for people on the live stream, and then I was like, "Oh shit, that's on the live stream," and then had to bring it back down again.
God's naked in bed watching us.
He's omnipress pants.
Hmm.
I'm saying nothing.
Well, sometimes I be in the shower watching people on stream. It's what happens.
Dave, do you ever show your face?
Yes.
He's been on twice tonight.
Are you ugly?
Not especially. I just very, very badly need a shave.
Can I just point
Can I
this
see?
out, right? Lucy, be nicer, okay?
I'm not
You've
wearing
pointed out
anything.
the man's critical, and now you're calling him ugly, and you're just picking on Dave. Leave Dave alone,
I
alright,
never
Lucy?
called him ugly. I just said, "Are you ugly?"
Just wait.
Stop kicking me off your fucking panel.
It means I love you because I've kicked you more than anyone so far now.
No, small.
I don't know what you're talking
He's
about,
small.
Dave. I don't know. Did your mother take a picture of it?
And she's still holding it.
I don't know. 3 weeks later.
There you go.
Oh, that is a
Oh no, the beard's looking well, man. The beard's looking well.
No,
First
it needs
rare
a
for
shave. I
me.
hate it.
I'm a wee bit worried about.
I did warn you.
I'm a wee bit worried about the attempt at the Jim Curry quiff at the top. Are you trying to be Ace Ventura? The beard looks good though.
My hair always seems to quiff. It's really weird.
Can you hang out a window and shout "It fits like a glove" while crashing a car? Perfect. You'd be Jim
No.
Curry.
Normally, I
No.
don't go on camera on my laptop either. I've actually got lights on my computer.
That's cool. I just genuinely I just like to know what people look like and stuff, just out of curiosity.
It's nosy.
I couldn't give a shit how ugly you are. I still talk to Math Pig. That's the state of him.
Yeah.
I'm not prejudiced. Fucking gingers.
He's got a lovely beard.
Has he?
Yeah. She wasn't even looking at the camera.
Yeah, for someone of his age, it's pretty good.
Says you. Although your voice does sound. Everybody listens to Nerdy's voice. Can we get a guess in the chat, right?
I do get
We all know people in the live stream don't say Nerdy's age because there is a few people here who know Nerdy's actual age. Going by Nerdy's voice, okay? Going by his voice, because clearly the pickle doesn't age. It just gets more shriveled looking.
He's 13.
You ruined it, Dave. You ruined it. Can we get a guess for Nerdy's age? Because it totally threw me. I didn't guess. He's not
I'm
6,000.
pretty sure I'm 30. No, I'm over 13, so that you don't get copper.
Okay, this
taking
is
your
now
channel
not
down.
safe for kids.
Not
That
safe
freaks
for
me the
work.
fuck out.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Hi,
Nobody's
Lucy.
actually guessing, so this game's useless. Thanks, everybody.
Are you doing that voice or are you changing your voice?
That's just me doing the voice. So
That is fantastic. That is a lovely voice.
Do you be around a lot of kids that age? You can tell that that's very well spoken.
You can do the satanic voice too.
That hurts your throat a bit, though.
I'm not even going to attempt that. But yes, I know what you're doing.
Can you do Lucy?
Can I do Lucy? No, I can't do Lucy.
We've got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll
Oh,
give
well,
you.
we can all do that. Who got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key.
How's your Baileys, Rory?
It's
Look the way
going
every
down.
time I talk to fucking that woman in the bottom left-hand corner, she ignores me. Go on ahead there, Rory.
No, Lucy asked me how's my Baileys. I said it's going down very well. Thank
Do you have it over ice?
No, straight up
Fair play.
or straight down, whichever one. But
Bailey's.
no,
Do people on stream actually like Bailey's? I'm not a fan of it. Do you like it, Lucy? I think it's milk and the fact that it's no.
Yeah, it's good. I like Bailey's.
It's okay.
Very Christmassy.
I had a night.
I
Go on ahead, you.
sorry, Bath Pig.
No, go on ahead, Lucy. I will bow down to you and let you speak your little story. And if I can remember mine in 10 minutes when you're finished slobbering on, I'll tell mine.
You're such a prick. Why are you such a prick to me?
Because you're a prick to me when I'm in yours.
Fair play. Okay, so I only drink
Hey, Swallow.
I
Don't
only drink
take
champagne
that
or
from
lager. Sorry?
I said, don't take that from him, Lucy. Fight back. Drink your cider.
Oh, okay. I only drink champagne or lager. I don't
I
like
think-
spirits or anything.
Okay, I
So
promise I'll not do that again. I promise.
I think Rory is very quickly becoming Lucy's favourite.
For
no,
a person
James
who
is
doesn't
my
exist,
favourite.
for a person
She's
who
a
doesn't
pretty
exist, he's
girl,
doing
and
well.
she's from Somerset.
I don't have any favourites. I have like a circle of people that I'm fond of. I don't have any favourites
God.
except for Omegon. He's my
That
man.
goes beyond favourite, that one.
I love him.
Yeah, you see, this is the thing, right? Nerdy, I don't know if you... Well, you obviously do know this, and everybody on stream, I think. Maybe Rory doesn't. Do you know about Angie's Girls' Night? Yes, and we've been trying to get Lucy Luxor on Girls' Night. Well, she's doing the interview with Omegon and then going straight into Girls' Night. So Girls' Night this week is going to be so many dildo talk, and she's going to be... Look at her nodding. She knows that she's going to be all a flutter.
Can you do subtle innuendo?
Me?
Me?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Lucy was cleaning her flaps earlier, and that was fairly subtle.
Yeah. The other night Lucy mentioned that on stream, so...
Good God!
Oh, she did, Rory. She did. She has no shame. This is why we love Lucy.
Flaps?
Yeah, I think
Rory,
she was out
whenever she
driving or
wanted to
something,
get
but-
Omegon on her stream, she's getting Omegon, right? He's like 60,000 subscribers or something. It's Lucy's favourite subscriber. She has a wee small internet crush on him and gets all a flutter when he jumps into her streams and everything.
I'm never
And,
coming on the channel again, that's it. That's
Yeah,
enough.
she was like, I will twerk to get you on screen. No, she was like, what was it? I will do anything to get you on stream for 5 minutes. And then he was like, right, you must twerk. And then she replied, does he not realise that I'm fat?
Twerking?
Yes, Lucy got on stream and twerked to get Omegon on screen.
Oh,
And then
I'm
Angie
sorry.
Dell got down with her as well. She didn't get her clothes off. She just twerked. You do know what twerking is, Rory. I'm not being nasty.
I've seen it on the internet, but never in live, life.
Well, Lucy Luxor's dream is coming through, and then she's going on Girls' Night. So Girls' Night this week is going to be all about Lucy and all about how famous she is, and it's going to be all about let's leave the chat for actual men because we don't want to listen to this conversation. It's going to be a real girly girl night.
Can I identify as a girl and come on your chat?
No, that would be considered.
You're allowed to what? You're allowed to go in the live chat. We're not allowed on stream.
If I wear
Okay.
a dress, will you let me on?
No.
Yeah, nobody's asking you.
It's not my stream, is it? I've never been to it, so
I
Who's running it? Who's running it on Saturday night?
think it's
Angie. I've had like a proper formal invitation.
2 or 3 times.
Are you in the special group now as well?
But she's actually no, God
Oh
no.
no, you're just in the private.
She's actually like messaged me, like formally inviting me to be on the panel.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Do you want to be part of the chat?" And I was like, "No, I'm okay."
Yeah, otherwise you have to sign all those forms and stuff.
Not dealing with that.
She's afraid of the chat.
But I'm a Patreon of Omegon now, and I got invited to his private Discord, so that's why I've come back on Discord.
Oh,
Alright.
so you'll go on Discord for him?
Oh
Yeah.
no, she came into Discord tonight to drop subtle hints about a thumbnail. Until she got a thumbnail. And I'm not joking, Critical, right? I'm not being rude to Lucy. I love the bonesy of Lucy, but be fucking honest.
But
She came into the chat, she dropped hints, and then I made her 3 different thumbnails. She picked her favourite and went off Discord the moment that we decided the best one. The moment that
yes, that one's good. Thank you, Mathpig. Bye.
That's exactly it, Nerdy. That's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did.
I didn't even say goodbye to him.
You know, and my last
okay.
message,
That
do
one's
you know
good,
what the
thank
worst of it was, Nerdy? My last message to her was, right? Or one of the last messages to her was, if you ever need a thumbnail, don't be afraid to ask. It only takes me 5 minutes. And she didn't even say thank you. She just abused me and left with 3.
Can I have a thumbnail?
I'll make you a thumbnail. It only takes me 5 minutes, man.
Nerdy, you don't ask outright.
Do you not?
You got to be subtle.
Oh no, he said it was all right.
Use your wiles.
He
Yeah,
said I
I'd
could
rather
just
you
ask,
were
so-
honest. I'd rather you were honest because you're like, Robbie, I'm just here to get a thumbnail and fuck off. Fine, here's your thumbnail. Here, by the way, would you just download 2 bloody apps and it makes you can do it yourself in 5 minutes? But no, it's going to use
Maybe I
you.
wasn't clear enough. Can I have a thumbnail?
I bet you
quiet?
she didn't even actually go offline. She just went invisible and went to fucking Omegon's Discord and went and talked to him.
Question for Math Pig.
Go on ahead, Rory.
My daughter's coming down for Christmas on Saturday.
I've already
And-
got a woman, sorry, and a child. I know I'm great and fantastic, but go on ahead, sorry.
So she's in kind of the mental health industry. Could she come as a girl on your Saturday night?
Oh, we don't
Women-
know. You'd have to ask Angie, Nadine,
Yeah, I have nothing to do with the girls'
or
night.
Wonder Lady.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's not. Yeah, it's not really. The only reason I'm answering questions is I know the answers.
No, jump in Critical. Critical does be at girls' night more often than me. I don't know if it's a masculinity problem he has, but he's there more often than me, and it's nothing to do with me.
I put it on when I go into bed. I tend to miss the end of it.
I just think Angie's fantastic crack. She doesn't give 2 flying fucks. That's why I like Angie. That's why I go to the girls' night and listen, but it's nothing to do with me, man. It's nothing.
Okay, misunderstood there. Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm sure that Lucy would maybe drop it into chat when she's talking, that if there is a spur slot, I keep thinking of shooting Lucy, sorry, she's been annoying me all night. If there's a spur slot, that possibly let them in, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure they could get guests on. They come along.
They
to
have. I
girls'
think they
night.
have. I mean, I mean, that's how Linda started going on.
Yeah, join in, come and say hi,
You
and
As
And
long
when
as
people,
you
if there are
identify as a
girls in the
lady-
chat, they drag them in.
Yeah. As long as you identify as a lady, you're grand.
so yeah, come along.
Doorknob Head's going to get himself a nurse's uniform.
Another one. Did it not wash out?
Or does he go through the American nurses' outfits between the 40s and the 50s? Because they're all different.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like Star
Try
Trek.
bicarb doorknob pad. Bicarb normally works to get the stains out.
Is anyone in the chat here? Rory may have. Again, I apologise.
Actually,
Okay,
I called you a
no,
bloody
sorry,
legend.
sorry. Hold on, sorry. Everybody. Lucy, go on ahead.
attention on me. I actually called you a bloody legend.
Well done. Well said.
So
Were.
when you're moaning that I didn't say thank you, I did. Fuck you.
My
I said
God.
thanks, my love.
Look at
Thanks,
these
my love.
repeat
I said fucking
receipts.
thanks. Fuck
Was this
you.
on Twitter?
No, this is on Discord. you want me to show you the screenshots?
Oh, I have it on silent because I've been streaming, you see.
Oh my God, Mathbig's been lying this entire time.
Oh, there's a whole conversation been going on in there. Oh no, I
Look
still
at
don't see
that.
Lucy. Where's Lucy?
Thanks, my love. And that's not a fake screenshot either. That's right there on the phone.
Oh, she did. She did send that. After she took my thumbnail and come back about an hour later after I said
Oh
to her,
man.
where was it? I was going to say I make fun of her, but then I make fun of her. I can't find this specific one. But would anybody like to see Lucy Luxor's thumbnail? Can we show it? Would it work? Do you want to see?
Just waiting for my apology, to be honest.
Okay, you're nice. You're not so bad, and yeah, I think you're cool.
Just
That's
say-
as bad as saying I'm sorry you feel that way. Say fucking sorry.
Sorry, did I offend you?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay, Lucy, I apologise, but no, I'm not going to apologise. It's totally fake because after earlier with the real tears and everything, you've a week's worth of grovelling to get back, okay?
What? Just say that you're really sorry that everything you
Stop
said about
kicking me
Lucy
up,
was
you
a lie.
fucking bellend.
It's fine.
Look, doorknob head's like a liar.
Can't
Liar.
see.
That's very bright. Oh, there we go.
There's somebody with tentacles.
Yes, that's Omegon.
Oh my
You got a
god.
tentacle thing, Lucy.
It's Omegon.
That didn't answer the question.
It's fucking Omegon. He's cool. Love him.
Never heard of him.
Love me some Omegon.
Well,
You do.
other than
and
about
I'm
3
glad that
minutes.
you got there. Like.
What?
I'm happy for Lucy that she has achieved another dream so quickly after her last dream as well.
I know.
You could gazump her.
I could.
I don't
kick
know
her.
how.
You want me to kick her again, Critical? Is that what you're saying? Hold on.
No.
Do you know who
Well,
I am?
I'm-
Do you know who I do feel sorry for? Richard, because this stream is supposed to be the finale for our show tonight, and
How'd that go for you?
well, we pretty much finished it last
All
week.
right.
What was it? I think we were 8 minutes in. No, Lucy, you can laugh all you want, but we finished it pretty much last week without discussing that it was finished, and then we had this one planned, and 8 minutes into the stream, it was rounded up. He literally had just that was it.
That's
I missed the
fault.
first half hour because I was watching The Better Thing.
Oh yes, that's right. But then no, 8 minutes in it was rounded up, and then we just talked shite, and then you jumped in and we talked more shite, and it just became like a finale after party.
That's right, innit?
Is your right game?
It's
That's
all right.
isn't it?
Yes, it turned out well.
Good God,
Listen.
you're more posh than me.
Listen to me, darling. If you wanted it to be an intellectual stream, why did you invite me up?
And me.
And me.
Well, Nerdy actually was the reason that Nerdy was brought on because he wanted to know what Richard's idea of what the fundamentals of the universe was. So that's why Nerdy got brought on screen. So you can bitch.
Oh
at
yeah,
him.
that's the dude that dreams about the thing, innit?
Yeah, I know. I was totally like, Richard, Lucy's been dying to talk to you. Said that like 3 times, and then you were all talking all about yourself and missed an opportunity.
I've got nothing to say to him.
Within
Here's a little bit of a story for Lucy, actually. I was in the pub a few months ago, and this girl comes up to me and said, "Are you Rory Herbert?" I went, "Yes, I am." Do you remember me? I went, "No. It was many years ago. What did we do?" And I was, were we at school or whatever? No, we used to work in a sausage roll factory. She was a Somerset girl, that's why I mentioned it. I went,
Right.
is there a
and
point?
she'd actually kept a photograph of me all her life. You know, so yeah, exactly.
And what happened between you then?
I actually turned around and said, "Did we ever make love?" And she went, "No." It was quite an amusing conversation.
Did you ask why not?
No, I did not.
Was I creepy back then? Thanks for sharing,
Cool.
Rory. I don't know where the tangent came from, but I cannot judge you because I am the tangent king.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the Somerset accent because she had a Somerset accent.
Lucy, would you do me a favour and tuck that curtain behind your sofa? It's really annoying me the way it's over the top of your sofa. No, the other side.
It's a blanket.
Oh, it's not the curtain. It's just a similar colour. Well done with the decorations, women.
That's not me. It was all hand-me-downs.
That sweater and that hair still looks like a cape.
When did the blue and purple arrive? Because I totally missed this to the other day.
It's blue.
Yeah, Lucy's got blue bits in her hair now. This just appeared.
Yeah.
I must
No,
have.
no, she did streams where she showed it.
Yeah, well, sometimes I'm.
Do
at
you
work.
watch her?
The bit streams it sometimes,
Yeah.
and I'm at work.
Okay, so
Will you stop
last
calling her
Friday.
a bitch? That's
I do
rude.
apologize. I will do it for you, Rory, but it's purely because when I be on her stream, she gives me all the dog's abuse, and I have a foul mouth regardless of who I talk to. But I will try my best for you, Rory.
Thank you.
And that's not condescending. That's just to make a point that you're nicer than Lucy. So go on ahead, Lucy.
I had my blue bits put in on Friday, but
Oh.
they used to be the purple bits.
Sorry, I was
Well, I
shouting
could
at
have-
the dog.
I could ask a question here.
Yeah.
Do you have blue bits down under?
I'm gonna go let the
I
dog out.
do.
I'm gonna let the dog out.
Yes, I do.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
Well, obviously, Nerdy has green bits down under.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's not so bad.
What colour are your bits?
Great.
Fading to grey. Yes, fading to grey.
Brilliant, brilliant. Love it. We go around the circle. Dave, is it your turn or?
Dave's
Hey.
late.
What makes you think I have any?
Oh,
Manscaping is a thing.
political.
Tis the fashion.
Political. Yeah.
Thanks,
Math
Lucy.
Math
pig.
pig.
Are you ginger?
No,
Oh,
That's disappointing.
only my beard is ginger. That's it.
What colour's your hair?
Well, you can see it in the.
no,
Yeah,
we're talking about
I see it.
pubes.
That's not ginger.
We can't. You'll have to get your pubes out. We can't.
Well, I can. I don't think that's safe for kids, Lucy, and nobody wants to see.
It's not
my-
a safe for kids stream.
No,
Just get some soap or something. Not like pubes. Huh?
but in saying that, it wouldn't matter because as
Get your
Critical
pubes
says,
out.
as Critical points out, manscaping is a thing. I don't like. You must manscape. Manscaping's nice to do. It's good for everybody.
Brilliant. So yeah, my purple bits used to be purple, and now they're blue. And I had them put in on Friday.
The picture you sent me perfectly matched the same colour as near enough Omegon's face as a tentacle. It
Oh,
worked
I
out quite
fucking
well.
love Omicron.
Oh my goodness, right, we're kicking her again. Where's the button?
Love it.
Right, well, we've been going for ages, right? I don't think anybody actually wants to continue to watch this. Are we going to go over to Lucy's and party at Lucy's?
No,
No?
no. I'll go to bed.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Do you want to come with me?
Come sit by me. Come sit by me.
Oh, they'd be fucking jealous, Matt Pig. Nerdy, I love you.
No. No, well, we'll probably end it up now. It's give it
You're
12
just
minutes.
like a pickle.
In the next 12 minutes, we are going to round it up. So if anybody's got any questions from the audience, like, subscribe, and hit that button.
Leave a genuine comment. Richard Madison, Lucy, we could have a really nice talk. I know how to get a conversation going and carry it and make people feel okay.
Richard is the person who was on
Does
stream
that
earlier with the beard.
Is there any innuendo in that?
Let's have a look.
Probably.
There
I'd
is.
like there to be.
Put some in there. Lucy Luxor, we could have a very nice talk. I know
yeah.
how to get a conversation going. and carry it and make
Do me.
people feel okay.
Oh, the
Do
pickle's
me.
twitching. The pickle twitched.
Do me. Fucking do me. Do me.
Richard or Nerdy?
Anyone. Okay. I actually had a comment on my Twitter the other day. Actually, thank you, Richard. We'll have a chat sometimes, but just don't expect me to get like fucking deep intellectual because
It's not going to happen.
She gets
I am-
pissed off
I
when
am-
people talk about the religion stuff.
She doesn't
Yeah,
get
I
pissed
can't-
off.
I
She
can't
gets
see that.
bored.
So,
Well, yes.
anyways, I had a comment. I don't know what you guys think of this. I know what you're going to say. You're going to take the piss, but like genuinely, what do you think? So, I had a comment on my Twitter the other day that I should get my tits out more often and I'd get more subscribers.
Well,
But
that's
I
probably
replied, that's not my audience.
No, it's not your audience, but they're not wrong. But it's a
fact
fucking
states
crappy thing to
it's-
say.
But I don't think YouTube's the platform.
No, it's not.
No.
But I think, I mean, the point is, if you wanted to go down the route of using your body, let's just say it that way,
It is.
Pornhub.
you could show more cleavage.
That's what I meant when I say get my
Um,
tits out. That's what I mean.
Fair enough.
Lucy goes to the
I-
gym and does squats.
Does she?
Yes.
we get that
Oh,
on
look!
camera?
Did you hear the excitement in Critical's voice? He didn't even hesitate. Lucy goes to the gym and does squats. Does she? Does she really?
The last time I watched a gym stream with her, it got cut off at the door.
Oh no, she did like 80 in 3 minutes with music in the background, man. If that's your thing.
Love it.
But the fact is true, Lucy. If you got your boobs out, you would make more money. And-
yeah, but you'd lose your channel.
yeah, I would stop following you.
Yeah, well, this is the problem.
I would
You're right,
not
it's
make
not
it-
your
No, I
audience.
just mean like showing my cleavage and stuff more.
Why would you
I
do
don't mean
that?
getting them out.
No, but
I
why?
mean showing
But no, no.
cleavage.
A very
And
low
who was I
cut
talking to
top.
earlier? I think it was Richard. And it was on stream. It is recorded. It's up on YouTube. It will be tomorrow. I have said the reason I like Lucy is because she fucks people off. She says what she thinks and she doesn't give two flying fucks. Did I mention your looks at all? No. Who would? Nothing to do with your boobs at all.
Why? Do you not like the way she looks?
Shut up, you! Alright, we're not going down that.
You might be okay if you just put some duct tape over the nipples. You know.
Rory, we're not talking about her actually taking her top off.
Rory, why did you have to go down the route of duct tape? Parcel tape doesn't hurt. Duct tape gets stuck on, like.
Yeah,
It
gaffer
rip her
tape.
nipples off when she tried to take it off.
No,
I was
seriously,
only-
Lucy.
only
I would
thinking about
generally lose
YouTube
respect for you.
rules.
Do you know what makes me laugh? Is Rory, you had a go at Math Pick for calling me a bitch, and now you're like, put some duct tape on your nipples.
Yeah. Sell your body, but don't be a bitch. In all seriousness, Lucy, if you really want to go down that route, you know, you've done voiceovers before. I watched a documentary on Channel 4 before where a 65-year-old woman was painting her living room and did sex chat-up lines and was on the phone while they were filming with a paintbrush, slapping the paint, going, "Do you hear how wet I am?" And she's getting £1 a minute. If you can put up
It's
with
not
guys
even-
coming over the phone, you could make a load of money and you wouldn't have to degrade yourself at all.
And you could finish painting your room.
Yeah, eventually. You could maybe afford a step ladder to get that fucking pan down off the top of the cupboard.
It's not even that. I just, like, I genuinely
But Lucy,
wanted to know, am I enough without my cleavage?
in all, yeah.
What you mean as a
are.
person?
Yes.
Like,
You are more than enough without your cleavage.
thank you. That's all I need to hear.
We've all been
Thank
saying
you.
that this last 5 minutes, not just so as directly, but it is, no, you don't need to get your tits out. No.
On a completely unrelated note, how many of you are old enough to remember live TV?
Actual
What?
live TV.
No, as in the channel live TV
No.
that had a weather girl.
Well, Rory's older
The-
than you, so he should.
Well, how old are you
Thank you,
enough
doorknob.
to remember the test card?
No. The specific it's slightly relevant to this because she used to strip. She reads the weather. It was it was a Sky channel in probably around 2000
No.
called Live TV, and she would read the weather, and she would strip as she did it.
I don't think I was subscribed to that channel, Dave.
No, I did watch a lot of Eurotrash as a child.
I loved Eurotrash.
Eurotrash was brilliant.
Wasn't it the French project? Oh.
And Max Headroom.
Lucy is a
That
great
came up
mum,
on a
not
stream the other
stripper.
night, and no one knew who it was. Was it
Who,
Max?
Max
I
Headroom?
didn't know.
You are a great
Was it
mum.
you?
So I'm just telling Lucy how much of a wonderful mother she is.
You'll make me cry
Is
again.
she?
Stop it.
No, fuck off, because this one might be real, might not be real, and I'll not know, and I'll just kick you from the stream and ignore you for 10 minutes. That's just what'll happen, okay? We're not
Thank
going
you for
through
saying that,
again.
though. I do appreciate that. And Doorknob Head, I appreciate what you said. Too much, actually.
Doorknob Head is one of the nicest trolls out there, isn't he? He's been
I
on
love
stream. He's been on stream with me. Have you had Doorknob Head on stream? No.
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 I've never heard Doorknob Head.
I've had Doorknob Head on a video. Is it unlisted? I think it's unlisted. But we were testing out when I was getting ready and getting everything going. And
I need a link.
Pardon?
I need a link.
I think the guy who helped me set it up, who I always call Drag, but isn't. It's DARG, which is German, which is hard for me to say. But him and Doorknob Head jumped onto a live stream for me testing to make sure everything was going right and everything was working.
Give us a link.
No,
Do you know who I'm getting a bit of a crush on?
I think I deleted it.
I love memes of destruction. Have you ever met him?
No.
He's so fucking socially awkward. I love it.
Have you met Jack Talon on Discord? He is the most socially awkward man I've ever
I
met.
just love socially awkward men. I
Do
don't know
you?
what it is.
Well, you and Jack Talon that I've known since I was 11, that guy that I tried, you remember I was like, I'll set him up with Leona, and then I sent you a picture and he was like, he's fuck ugly. Fuck off. Yeah, my best mate, who's very socially awkward, that you have no sensitivity whatsoever. Broke his
Oh, I
wee
remember
heart.
that stream.
Goodness gracious, the incels have a chance.
No, honest to God, this is one of the nicest lads you'll ever meet in your life. He is stuck by me through thick and thin. He did leave for a while because he was an asshole and got into drugs, but he eventually come back. And I've known
Sorry.
this guy was
I-
put beside me in first year in high school when I was 11, purely by alphabetical order. He was put beside me, and I have known this man. He is one of the most genuine, most loyalist. Not in this country. That's a different meaning, but he's loyal like a dog in the nicest sense of the word. He would stick by you if you needed a guy to move a sofa out of the blue. Man would move a sofa. And I was like, this is one of the nicest guys. He's well set up. He's not broke. He doesn't owe anybody any money. He owns his own house. He's well set up. He's plans for the future. And I sent Lucy a picture, and her reply was, he's fucking ugly. I'm fucking not.
Yeah, but I like fucking ugly men.
Do you? Well, you didn't put
Have
that.
you not seen my boyfriend?
No. I've seen the behind his head.
Oh, he got a bit of an odd shape, hasn't he?
He looks well with the green hat.
That's my fucking daughter, you prick.
He's putting a face on though.
Is that your daughter's dad?
Yeah,
I might feel bad for your daughter when she's older.
they look exactly the same. What are you chatting about?
They are very alike. But at the end of the day, can I ask you a question? Does he provide for you and your daughter? Does he put a roof
Yeah.
above your head? Does he play with
Yeah.
her and make her laugh and tickle her feet and tickle her and laugh and giggle and...
Yeah,
Well, what the fuck does it matter what he looks like?
I'm just saying I like fuck ugly men.
I'm ugly as sin. And I'm
But
just
you're
glad
you're
my woman
shouting at
looks
me
up
because
to
I called your mate fuck ugly. I'm just saying I like fuck ugly men.
Well, you also said
I
that
have-
you would not
I
set
have
him up
a
with
question.
Leona.
I have a question for Lucy. Is he from Somerset?
Yes,
I thought so.
he's
It's the
15 years
cider-
older than me.
cider that does it.
He doesn't drink cider. I like older men.
Oh, good God.
Watch out,
Daddy.
Rory. Rory, run! Run!
I have daddy issues.
Oh, this can we? Where's the demonetization button?
Yeah. Just press that for demonetization there.
Yeah, just press that. I qualify for monetization.
No, you don't. You don't have enough subscribers.
I'm fucking telling you. I looked earlier today, and I don't have 1,000.
No, that's because you've got enough view time.
Yeah,
But you still need
hours?
you still need the subscribers.
Yeah, it's not full blown monetization, but it's some sort of. I didn't go into the details, but it says that I am eligible. Hold on, I'll bring it up. I ain't no liar. I've got receipts, bitches.
How many watch time minutes have you got?
It says everyone's eligible, and then when you click on it, it says in order to.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, I didn't click the terms and details.
I want to see how many watch time minutes he's got.
Over this last month, I have had 12,900 watch time minutes.
Over the last year, you've had.
No, over the last 30 days, which is actually
Yeah,
down.
I want to know over the last year.
I've only been up since fucking October.
So, tell me how many watch time minutes you've had.
Right, in total.
And do it now.
In total.
Fucking simple question. Anyone can fucking answer it. Tell me.
Well, I'm going
Apart
to.
from Mathpig.
I just have to.
Well, that's why we need to keep the stream going. You know, to get live time up. Keep it up
Yeah,
there.
Rory. Tell him. Speak the truth.
I generally
Well,
don't do flying fox.
So do you normally need help keeping it up?
I just said I don't give two flying fucks. I don't know about Rory.
How many watch time minutes have you had since October? Tell me.
I'm trying to load it up. Do you want me to share a screen while I'm doing it to keep your whinging down? Give me a chance.
Yeah, okay, do
Do
that.
it.
Yeah, give me that.
We're still waiting.
See? Channel analytics. Right, what do you want to look at, bitch?
I want to see what your view
Make
time
last
is.
20
Your overall watch
last
time.
year.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see. That's a Rory's, right?
Right a bit. No, up a bit. Up, right. There. That's it. Let's do that
Yep.
one. Yeah, that'll do. There you go.
That'll do.
See? Only starts about here. And that was July when I failed. And around here I started yeah.
Right.
Dog
So you've only got 665 watch time hours.
Yes.
Oh,
You
you
need
said you had
4,000.
16,000.
When did we first
Minutes.
beat that?
4,000.
14,000 minutes, man.
When did
So
we
you're-
first beat that big? 3 weeks ago or something? No, maybe more than that.
If I go into the analytics in the YouTube studio, it works in minutes. That's why I said, yeah, see? Let me turn the brightness down. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. And I turn my camera on. And if you can see, it works in minutes. It says 13,000 or something.
Yeah, but that's only in a month.
Yeah, that's my last month. That's what I was.
But
Nerdy
you
asked
need
why
to
I
be
was
aiming
talking.
for
Nerdy asked why I
20,000
was
minutes.
talking in thousands. That's the reason why. Because on the app, on the phone, it works in minutes. But
You
in
need to be
total,
aiming for like 20,000 minutes a month.
it's 5,000 to get your super chats plus 1,000 subscribers and all that bollocks. Like 5,000 hours, I think it is.
4,000.
4,000. There you are. Well, I don't know.
That,
The point is,
To
your
hit that-
channel is going to jump over 1,000.
Over a
Quickly.
1,000 what? Subscribers, minutes.
Yeah, subscribers.
Hopefully, it's doing okay.
It will. You'll talk. You'll have someone on, and because of the debates and stuff you've had on it, it'll be one of them will skip you over. In the same way,
you just need that one, don't you, where people get pissed right off.
because yeah.
Just get Lance Gregorchuk on.
Oh yeah.
It's that double David's.
Right, can I go to bed now? It's 1:30.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
just afraid
I
of
came
me.
on for 10 minutes.
Yeah, Matthew.
3 hours ago.
Right, look. Well, this is me, right? This is Social Blade,
To be sure.
right?
Left.
Future
It's worth
projections.
20p.
Future
You're already a
projections.
C. Oh, it's cute that you're a C.
Look,
I'm a
What are you?
B.
Check out the future projections, though.
I'm checking. That don't mean shit though.
That just assumes you can keep growing at the rate you have been.
Which
But
I
you've
hope
leached
to.
off But you've leached off two separate communities.
In what? Well, I did hit 100
You're a
subscribers
leech,
purely
Mathpeg.
between the God, the good one, and between. Do you know that guy I asked you to reach out to, Lucy?
Yeah.
I reached out to him the other day. He got kicked out of the cult, then they accepted him back. Then he got kicked out again, and he now wears a turban. I don't know. I reached out to him. He
Brilliant.
sent me a heart emoji, so I think there's maybe a possibility there. But from
Can I
his
just say I
streams-
love the fact that Dave just called you a fucking leech.
Yeah, no.
Didn't
from
say
that-
he was a leech. I said he leached up something.
It's the only way to do. No, if you're going to work the algorithm and you're going to do the you go on to fucking YouTube and search Mathpeg. I have tagged every
on
single
fucking
fucking
YouTube.
video.
I like Sammy Jenkins.
Yeah.
So
I'm
what
sure.
month does that say you're going to overtake Lucy?
Right.
He's not
Lucy,
gonna
what
overtake
level
me.
of subs are you at?
I'm a B YouTuber. You're only a C grade.
I didn't ask that. I asked what level.
How many subscribers have you got? He wants to know that he is incapable of asking.
I did say
Oh,
that.
how many subscribers? Not very many.
10
I'm a
months.
small time channel.
Over 1,000.
I would probably say a
5,500.
year. A
Ten
I've
year
got
from now. Considering that Lucy grew-
1,191.
Right.
Right. So when will you get 1,200, Mathpig? Because I can't see that.
In about 7 months.
7 years.
7 months.
Right. Do you know what else we can do?
What?
And take Lucy Luxor in there.
Can you?
Hold on. Well, what does it say, right? Hold on. At the very end total. 5 years. Means I live
Yes, but
6
you're not going to grow at the rate you're growing.
Shh. But Lucy may also change. We're going to apply the same rate. We're taking that out of the equation and making it under control. Going by the same rate that we're growing by at now, Lucy's growing bigger than I am. She's
always like this.
yes, I'm aggressive.
Fucking boring, isn't it?
This is the number.
It gets too fucking
63,000
serious.
approximately, right?
Fuck's sake. Ugh.
She is such a bitch, isn't she?
Do you dream about this, Mathpig?
I check every single analytic going, man. I am.
See fucking
I only
plus, look,
sleep
see
4 hours a
plus.
night.
Who did your header? Lucy.
Got the good one.
I like your header.
It's cool, isn't it?
I have a friend of mine, Mathpig, goes under the YouTube name of, I don't want to shit him, but Lester Taylor. When I met him, he had 500 subscribers. He's been commenting on the whole Brexit thing for about 3 or 4 years. He now has 45,000 subscribers. It can go really big, really quickly. He was amazed. He couldn't believe what happened.
Mathpig's
According to
mum said that
Social
too.
Blade, which measures, I don't know if we can zoom in. We can't zoom in. No, we can't zoom in. According to Social Blade, which measures YouTube channels, in 5 years, I'll have close to 63,000 subscribers, and Lucy will have 5,500. Growing by the same rate that they're growing at now.
Yeah, I don't
Yes,
leech off people.
But you're
though.
a new channel that's gone from very
Don't
low
ruin the analytics, man. I'm totally
to
abusing
where
them.
you are now in a very short time because you've got a group of friendly people that will support you.
Because you've
Critical
leached
is
off
100.
me.
No, just to point out,
Yeah, yeah,
critical,
well said,
critical
Critical,
is
well said.
110% right. I am actually down in overall subscription, in overall views, in overall
You've leached
everything.
off me.
I am down about
You've leached
15%.
off me.
Basically, yeah.
You've leached off me.
And it's made your channel worse through
To
him
be
doing
fair, looking at the people in the channel, you're not where he's leached most people from.
As you are saying,
Critical-
though, Dave, as the channel has more videos and has more views, the actual real analytics are starting to kick in, and I am down like 15-20% on everything.
It's because the
'cause you're
quality's
boring.
going down as well.
No, it's not because it's boring. It's because it's a more realistic action. Yeah, I have a 98% happiness rate. I am not that good.
No, you are. Critical is absolutely right. The more people you have, the more interesting people you have on your channel, the more it will grow. He's absolutely right about that.
I'll talk to
And yet-
anybody. Does
and yet-
anybody know of Matthew Silver?
No.
No?
Nope.
Right, I've got a question. I've got a question that's very important, given that how this messed up.
Everybody
Okay.
here knows Matthew Silver. You just didn't know his
Math
name.
Pig.
Go on ahead.
How did you get to the Lucy community and the atheist community?
Spooky. Spooky, I was Spooky. What's live today? I was bored. He told me God the Good One was. I subscribed from God the Good One to Spammy and Lucy because I thought the two of them were very, very funny. They had a bit of crack and they were realistic. Spammy, sorry Spammy, I love you. You got a little bit boring. Lucy got more rude, got more exciting, got more fuck you, fuck off, I hate you. I got a little bit of drama. No. I'm not being rude to Spammy.
Lucy,
Spammy
you've got
has
some
shit
more
going on in
drama.
her
We're
life.
totally telling Spammy that.
That's what you need. You need Lucy on a channel.
I have absolutely no idea who Spammy is, so...
See, I'm just being honest. Lucy does, and Lucy, it's the truth. I'm blatantly honest.
Right, okay,
I love
wait,
Spammy.
step back. Okay, so I get how you got there. Right, and that community...
Can I just say, before you carry on, that Spammy's a very good friend of mine.
Spammy is
and
good.
I don't think she's boring. Carry on.
She has admitted her.
How did you find Spooky? Where did you find Spooky?
I'm quiet now. Go on ahead. Sorry, Critical, you were
Where-
talking.
Where did you find Spooky?
Spooky came from seeing him in the chat with the AXP, and I think generally with the non sequitur, and he would reply to my messages. You know, when you don't know anyone, you put a comment in the chat. You're like, "Hello, everybody," and "How are you?" And you don't know anyone. You hope somebody will come back to you. And Spooky was one of the first people that come back to me. And after I started my own Discord server, he invited me to the Atheist Refuge. Are you in it?
Nope.
Right. I'll send you an invite. And the Atheist Refuge is people of our age, people of our mindset, people of like yourself and Spooky and Doorknob Heads in there and Nerdy's in there. You know, it's a very small one. It started as an offshoot to the Atheist Experience. It was like an unofficial Atheist Experience Discord before theirs was set up.
Sounds boring as fuck.
It's actually quite funny. You've got Doorknob Head unfiltered. Yeah. And what he puts on YouTube, and you get Doorknob Head unfiltered. But I then got to know Spooky, and Spooky then became my Discord granddad. Where there was a running joke where if I didn't behave myself, he wouldn't give me pocket money. And then I got to know him, and it was quite funny. She's making weird faces. But it was a bit of banter, and it was a bit of crack, and then that's how I knew Spooky.
See, that again, when you look at the way you got to Lucy, I find interesting, because you dragged me into Gods.
I didn't
late
drag
one
you.
night.
I would
You
post
dragged me
links.
kicking and screaming
I
into
would
Gods.
post links, and people would come. Alright?
No, we were on a stream together,
If
and you said, "Let's
link
go
it,
here next."
They will come.
Right? And then Lucy came on, and she was funny, so I went and subscribed to her.
Yeah. Lucy don't give no flying fucks. She's funny, she's true, she's real. She don't need to get her boobs out.
Sorry, who's Lucy?
There's actually a 6-hour stream of someone just constantly calling me a bitch and telling me to shut the fuck up.
Well,
How do you know?
Like 2 days ago.
Ignore it.
Was it
Just
that
ignore
certain
Did you watch it all?
Was it that
I
certain
did,
person?
yeah.
Was it that female person that I'm avoiding all that drama of?
Yeah. And I got a bit upset about it. And then God said to me, have a look at your analytics as when she went live. And I got 5 new subscribers. And I had about 15 or 20 visits to my channel. So she's actually doing me good.
Yes, of course. That's the thing. People are that stupid they don't realise how YouTube works.
Angie is dying to get a troll invasion because you've hyped it up.
Angie did. She got Eat Dawn on. Eat Dawn jumped in. Eat Dawn jumped into StreamYards with the name Nerdy, with a black screen, trying to pretend to be nerdy, not ever seeing nerdy on screen. I assume, not knowing that if you ain't the pickle, You ain't like. It's not like you come up with an icon or anything. Nerdy is specific. He is a dancing pickle.
No, he's not. He's not always a dancing pickle.
But you know Nerdy. You know, this is the thing, right? If it's a black screen named Nerdy and not named Nerdy Rodent, if it's not piss coloured, if it's not a spud, you know, it's definitely
It's a
not
rodent.
Nerdy.
I've seen him as a rodent.
I've seen him as a lot of things, and I bet you if we took enough pictures of screenshots, I could probably make his real face, but I won't.
I know what he
because I
looks
respect
like.
him.
Do you? How do you know what he looks like?
Because I've
Because
seen
he
his
flashes
face.
when you go off live.
Ah,
He's very,
There we are.
very handsome.
He looks a hell of a lot younger than his voice sounds too. That was the thing I was trying to point out earlier. When
He
we
looks
guessed
younger than his
Yeah.
voice sounds.
Yes,
He's fit.
His voice sounds young.
exactly.
He's fit.
Crazy people.
He's
All right,
fit. Just saying.
Nerdy got good
Just so everyone
genes.
knows.
Nerdy
he's fit.
must be descended from royalty. Do you live outside London?
He's fit.
Are you German?
Most of London.
Math Pig, can I go on a tangent here?
Go on, Rory.
anyone-
This is the Tangent Channel. We brought
Has
Lucy
anyone,
on.
thank you. Has anyone seen the Twitter mania about J.K. Rowling today?
Yes.
It's gone completely mad.
Who said
Yes.
yes?
Well, she's supporting feminism against trans. It's just absolutely mad. It's gone ballistic.
Do you know what I did watch? And I'll get abused for this because of the whole thing that's going on with the community and the other side of that bit, Lucy, that you don't know about. But I watched the Origins podcast today, which is run by Lawrence Krauss and is interviewed by Lawrence Krauss. But it was Lawrence Krauss and Ricky Gervais. And I'm only halfway through. I don't know if you've seen it, Nerdy. You're nodding.
I started watching it because it had Ricky Gervais in there.
Yeah. I used to hate Ricky Gervais, but I only watched The Invention of Lying 2 days ago. I thought it was hilarious, and I used to hate him.
It's the thing. I can't stand The Office.
No, The Office can go fuck.
I really do not like The Office. I
Yeah,
think it's
it's
horrible humour.
I love The Office.
Of course you would.
Of course you do.
I fucking love it.
Right. I think The Office is very cruel humour.
I love it. That's my
Right,
humour.
That's fine. That doesn't surprise me based on watching you. But okay, it took for years I didn't watch anything of his.
Yeah,
And
I felt the
some
same.
of his comedy I do actually now find funny.
What-
But if you separate off the
What
bits you don't
was
like,
it that brought you to Ricky Gervais? I can tell you what it was that convinced me that he was funny and what can give him a chance.
I think it was probably some of the late night shows, some of the American late night shows, to be honest.
No, it was the 24-foot long pole pointing at Moses, pointing at the Noah's Ark up on the screen. Have you not seen that stand-up comedy? Where he goes through a little child's book of Noah's Ark.
Yes, I have seen that.
Yes, that was it. Someone showed that to me and he was like, no, he's clearly funny. This is right up your street. Fucking watch it. So I watched it. It was, and then I give him a chance. But The Office is still shit. I could say that I've not watched more than 20 minutes of it because it's still shit. I've tried multiple episodes. No, it's still shit.
Yeah.
It's...
Can we just take time to appreciate the fact that remember Sammy Jenkins thinks my accent and that I am hot.
Why would you doubt that?
He's also Australian and doesn't exist.
We've been waiting for you.
You're not a flat
Accent.
earther.
The
Get over
Bristolian
it.
accent is absolutely lovely.
Lucy thinks
I don't
that the
think it's
world
that
is...
hot though, is it?
Lucy thinks that the
What?
world is round because there's puddles, okay? Seeing as we're making fun of people with fireplaces, Lucy actually tried to argue on stream one time, on multiple streams, that you can't prove to me the world is flat because there's fucking puddles, okay?
It's true though.
It's a...
And
Prove
there's
We're going to
it.
shred the pickle.
There's mountains as well.
You're just playing. You just want her to come sit by you.
Math Pig, I told you about that when I flew Concorde. The Earth is definitely not flat from 55,000 feet.
But there's puddles, Rory.
Yeah, I saw no puddles.
Have you never seen a drop of water on a surface?
That is my point.
A drop of water, you go to the kitchen, use it, make some drops of water, and they go circular.
That is my point.
That's not your
So
point.
how does puddles prove anything?
I think she got confused with the puddle argument that we mentioned one time in the chat, and she went all down that whole route. You know the puddle argument, Dave? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we mentioned, and that, yeah, you're confused because
I
you
don't
Douglas
watch
didn't
your
get
Adams
it the
streams.
first
I
time.
don't watch your streams, Swapeg.
No, it was on your stream, and you didn't get it the first time, and then you went this way, and then there was the puddle thing.
But I just think if you've got a flat surface and you put loads of water on it, it's just going to spread out and fall over the sides.
Yeah. And you're
So
not
there's
going to
not
have
gonna
any
be-
water left. And
There's
because
not
we've
gonna
got
be-
puddles,
There's not
it's
going to be any
flat.
puddles.
But
It's
that's-
not flat.
Oh, the flat.
Puddles
Sorry,
exist.
the flat Earth argument is that the outside is all is a big ice wall stopping
Ice wall.
the water.
Yes, this is the point I'm trying to make, Critical. She didn't get, look at her face, she didn't get it the first time. Don't try. She didn't get it.
No. But you see, the point is that the concept of an ice wall is so ridiculous that you can't expect anybody to accept it.
Fair enough. So basically, what you're saying is she is instinctively knowing it can't exist.
Yeah.
Logic dictates inside her head that she doesn't understand that the world can't be flat, but she doesn't understand it. She has no idea where her ontology comes from. Don't make
She's
fun
got
of
a
my
large
forehead
forehead.
because you don't understand my words. Do you know where your ontology comes from, Lucy? Yep, same
Bristol.
as yours. Same as yours.
From Bristol, yeah.
I can't hear Rory laughing, but I can hear Rory laughing.
We just got distracted. Well, where were we?
We
Bristol.
were ending about
No,
20
no, no,
minutes
no.
ago.
There was something we were doing, and then you just got us distracted with the flat Earth.
No, Lucy
Stop.
and her puddles.
No, that came later.
God, it could be anything. Doorknob head will know.
Doorknob Head is... well, his
What did we
last
get
message...
sidetracked from?
Doorknob Head's last message was hot like diarrhea.
So we were talking shite.
Or I think he was talking about Lucy.
We talk about Ricky Gervais.
Yes,
Pig scented hot air. It could be.
Lucy Gervais.
I like his stand-up and I like his Office, but everything else, he just plays the same character.
I'm
Do you
looking
like
forward
Afterlife?
to watching Afterlife. Has anyone seen Afterlife?
Yeah,
I've not seen
Afterlife was
Afterlife.
all right. I mean, it's not. I think it was made out to be bigger, better than it was, but it was all right.
It would be because it's Ricky Gervais. He can do no wrong.
Hey, Sassy.
It's like Elton John. He went through a period. Some of his music is shit, but because of who he was,
just said-
it
How
was
dare
popular.
you?
It's like Lewis Capaldi at the moment.
Doorknob Head's got a joke coming. You just said Elton John had a period. Doorknob Head's got a joke coming in the live chat. Give him 30 seconds.
It's like Lewis Capaldi at the moment, who, by the way, liked one of my tweets the other day.
Who's Lewis Capaldi?
Someone you loved and now the day bleeds. That
Never
one.
read it.
Because he sang that song, every single one of his songs afterwards, everyone's loving at the moment. And there's always that period where you can do no wrong.
Yeah.
The co-host
Lady
of the
Gaga.
the
Lady
co-
Gaga.
The co-host of the
She had a
Atheist
period, and now you
Experience-
don't really hear about her.
The co-host of the Atheist Experience followed me the other day on Twitter,
I don't really care.
but everybody else knows how important that is and how.
But which one?
The woman, okay, it's just the woman. Can't even.
Yeah, but you're
remember.
talking about the, or are you talking about crap? I've forgotten her name.
Yeah, you can't remember
Are you
that one.
talking about the?
Can I
No,
go to
no,
bed
the one
now?
you
It's
can't
2
remember
o'clock
the
in
name of.
fucking morning.
Well, she hasn't followed me. I want her to follow me.
When she followed me. And
The follows me.
Oh, what do you call him? Jamie said that in the new year. Well, I was texting him back and forth, and he said he'd have a look at the channel and think about coming on.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know what's going on with him because there's definitely something iffy at the moment.
Eric was my 199th.
Are you talking about?
Eric Murphy was my 199th subscriber, but I've told him that I'm going to tell everyone he's my 200th.
Oh my god, subscribe to my channel.
You're kidding.
No.
Did you
Just want
spend
to
the
be
next
notified
hour
when he's
grinning?
live.
I spent about 3 weeks grinning.
Your face after when he came on for a couple of minutes, you were. The only phrase I can think of that perfectly describes it is Lucy was all a flutter. She was just.
I couldn't believe he did it.
It was lol.
It was very good. It was very funny. The fact that Angie was there and all the cool people were there, and God missed it. It just makes it all better.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, fuck's sake.
You couldn't talk.
No, she couldn't. No.
And then when you did talk, all you talked about was God, not him.
Fuck you, God. Fuck you, bitch.
This is all history to me. Do I have to go back to the channel and find out?
It's not worth it.
It's a long stream to have to go. I watched it on double speed to get to the good bits.
That's rude.
Well, you were boasting on Twitter that something had happened, and I didn't turn up in the stream till later. I thought, what the fuck happened? What's going on there? Her live streams have been met, and I have missed this. What the hell happened?
There was a multiple twerk by Angie and Lucy.
I'll tell you
I was
what.
all nervous, and Angie was all, have you seen me? I look like I'm fucking pregnant. Come on, get up now. And just did the fucking twerk.
I'll tell you what. It's very nice to have Critical in here. Because, you know, I follow him in your chat thing. And just to be able to hear his voice and chat thing, you know. I'm a boomer. No, it's just great to hear him talk.
It's okay, boomer.
Excellent.
Okay, boomer's now a meme.
I think we need more people with normal sounding, English accents.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Go on, Lucy. Go for it.
Double twerk.
Huh?
And Nerdy's down there with his little piss-coloured brain.
Did
Maybe
Nerdy
if we-
get bigger then?
Pardon?
We can download that bit and just
Did Nerdy get 3 inches bigger then?
Did Nerdy get
Yeah.
what?
5 inches bigger, but yes.
I just got
Download it.
pushed over Matt Pig's head.
What did you just do over my what?
That's how we go.
There. You can stroke the little Omegon in your stream. Oh,
Little
Omegon. And a
She's
little
going to
pig.
bed happy tonight. She's
Yeah.
going to bed.
Look at my face, though.
I love the way he put on the Speaker of the House.
Yes.
I love him.
Ex Speaker of the House. My girlfriend came out of the voting booth, right? And I'm not going to pick on my girlfriend because I love the bones of her. And on paper, taking out everybody who should be in the actual parties and looking at what the parties stand for. Labour is left. We should all be voting in that sort of direction, but they should be a better party. But shit is what it is. And she was like, I don't care. I didn't listen to anybody this year. I voted Labour. 2 days later, I was like, how'd that turn out for you, honey? Didn't
What?
answer.
Sorry, what?
Exactly.
Doorknobhead says that's pickle inches.
You voted Labour
I
in
did
Northern
not.
Ireland.
No, I voted for nobody because Boris is a joke and Jeremy Corbyn is an even bigger joke.
You got to vote for someone.
You know, I voted for nobody. If I voted for the people who I have said on screen before, when it comes to this country, I have more in line with Sinn Féin than I do with DUP. And that's the only real two choices you have in this country. And if I voted Sinn Féin,
You get shot.
thank you.
You're not allowed to vote Sinn Féin. You were
Say that,
born
man,
to
my
vote
local
something
Sinn Féin
else.
councillor, my local Sinn Féin councillor actually put out her wee thing through the letterbox, and I put it straight in the fire. And I hate the person who's leading the Sinn Féin party at the minute. She's an absolute Republican. Fucking don't even get me started. You know, she went to a funeral of an IRA man and got that drunk afterwards. She fell down the stairs and broke her arm. All
Can I
right.
go to bed now?
Wait,
Boring
I
me.
need to answer a question. Have you met God?
Yes, couple of times.
Lucy.
What, in real life?
Yes.
No.
Not what?
Do I know what he looks like without his mask on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I think we all do. I think everybody in here, bar Rory, has actually seen God's face accidentally.
No, I have actually. I
Oh.
have.
How have you seen it and I haven't?
Oh, Critical's the odd one out.
Yeah, but I have like face-to-face conversations with him for hours on end.
Yeah, because you've seen it 3 or 4 times, and he's like,
That sounds.
I was trying to make
Yes.
it normal. I was making it normal, Critical. Take a step back. It's because Lucy,
We're not having
you're
an
in so
affair
many...
or anything before you all like get immature. We're just friends.
No, that's what I was going to say.
Friends,
It's the same as
with
whenever
air
we
quotes
go
that
off
don't work
screen
off
with
camera.
Nerdy. I'm not actually dating Nerdy, but I can probably say what Nerdy looks like. And the
I
most
fucking love
anyone-
him. I love what Nerdy does like. He's hot.
So if you had to pick between Nerdy and God,
What looks wise,
yeah,
Nerdy.
intelligence wise,
Nerdy.
personality wise,
Nerdy. God's a cunt.
what would God win on?
Being a cunt.
making socks. He makes good socks. So
It'd be like you need someone to fight.
So basically, God's a cunt.
I received a Labour leaflet with Jeremy Corbyn on the front. I was going to put it in the recycling, but I thought no, I'll stick it up on my target range in the garden and have a few shots at him.
Oh, do you have an air rifle?
And an air pistol. Yeah, I have my.
CO2 powered or...
Well, I've got my grandfather's air rifle from 1914. No, yeah, about that, maybe before 1908, and that's pretty accurate. It's still working, and I've just bought my own air pistol too.
Brilliant, man. You see, that's the same reason I brought on guns, because my dad was going to get his destroyed, and his air rifle is older than me, and his... You away, Lucy? Bye. Do you want me to kick you?
It's 2:00 in the morning.
Yes, we all need to go.
It's true.
Say bye, Math Pig.
Bye, Math Pig.
I'm still staying up.
Hello, Math Pig. Hello, Math Pig.
Yes, well, my dad was going to get his guns destroyed, and I took his air rifle on. It's older than me, so yeah.
I'm going to kick myself.
Well, here's another story, Math Pig. When I was a young boy, about the age of, 7 or 8, I went up into the.
We lost everybody.
We have. Well, at least I can talk to you.
Right,
I
well,
went
here,
up-
look.
I went.
8 minutes.
Ah,
Sorry.
I'll
Eight-
finish. Okay.
8 minutes. Last 8 minutes.
All right. I went up into the attic of my grandfather's house in Sheffield and sneaked up into it. I wasn't allowed up there. And I found not only his World War One helmet with a hole in it from the shrapnel wound he got on the first day of the Somme, but I also found his Webley revolver in its original holster,
Wrapped up and just sitting there.
just sitting there. It was amazing, amazing. What happened to those, I don't know. I think he must have surrendered his gun and the helmet went to my cousin. But
Well, my claim
was-
to fame for the Troubles is the fact that I've actually worn a B Specialist jacket. A friend of mine... Yeah,
you told me about that, and I told you about my wife's grandfather in the IRA.
well, that was... Yeah, that's right. I hate you. Okay, well, on that note... I'm only joking. Rory, you know the love and bones either.
No, that was a good stream.
It has been fun. It has been fun. I knew it was going to be a finale and all the rest of it, and hopefully in the new year we're going to start the Book of Enoch. This Saturday we have, I have. Rory, you're obviously welcome on if he's up for the after party. But
That's
have...
very kind.
Oh, as always, man, as always. Once you get to a certain level in the pigsty, you sort of just get privileges left, right. Look at the chat. It's all blue.
Well, they seem to like me for some reason. God knows why.
You like to talk. You speak your mind.
Well, don't. That's what you have to do, isn't it? You know, that's how I was brought up.
Exactly. My mother always said I should have been born in the 70s. I'm rude, I'm ignorant, and I speak my mind. I've very little friends, but the friends I do have are the best you can have. But anyway, before we all start crying and getting emotional and all that there, we'll...
Well, yeah. I mean, just on an aside, as we're here, I hope we're here together. I mean, that's why I supported David Worley, because he just seemed to speak the truth, and he was, you know, good man to me. And I thought, yeah, I like you. And I supported him, and then when that whole thing went viral, I was right behind him.
yeah, no, he did well. And he now has a name. I think it's DWC 2020, isn't it? He's got a wee symbol and everything. Give me 1 second. I tell my dog to lie down. He's giving me the evil look. Hold on, line mute. Pot, get up and lie down. Come on. Come on.
Dogs never give you an evil look. They
No,
love you. Dogs
he-
love you.
He's looking at me going, I ain't go outside. That's what I'm saying. I've invited Angie in for 5 minutes, but she says she can't. But anyway, we will round it up. I'll say that James from Modern Day Debate is coming on Saturday at 11 o'clock UK time, which is 6 Eastern Standard Time. James, Modern Day Debate. The first question I have for that man is moderation. That's all I'm going to say. Moderation.
Okay.
Do you watch Modern Day Debate, Rory?
No, I don't. No.
Yeah, I can understand why sometimes. He doesn't moderate at all. At all. He brings people on and just somebody put the link in the chat for Rory. But we've got him coming on. And then on Sunday, I've got Brian G from the Biblical History Skeptics.
That's fun. That sounds interesting.
Brian's really good, man. He plays the guitar and he's got the best fapping music side of fucking Pine Creek. Doorknob Head will agree with me in that. But then we're going to take a break for Christmas. Obviously, Christmas Eve falls on a Tuesday, so I can do fuck all then. I'll be in the girlfriend's on a laptop. Can do nothing. The New Year's Eve, Rory, I don't know about you, but the girlfriend had a choice between working Christmas Day or working New Year's Eve night. So she's working New Year's Eve night, and I'll be at home. I'm thinking of having a New Year's Eve party if we can get Remember Sammy Jenkins in from Australia,
Well,
and we can get other people in from as far across America as we can. We can celebrate New Year's Eve multiple times. That's what I'm thinking, because I'll be doing nothing. She's working. I'll be at home.
that would be good. And as I said to you earlier, if I can bring my daughter in, I think that would be quite interesting too.
Well, if you want to bring your daughter in for the New Year's Eve party, I'm in control of that, and I would definitely say 100% yes. I'm trying to do the Zoom. The only thing is there's 2 people who are working off phones, and Zoom doesn't support the phone, and I really want them in. But if I do Zoom, I can do like 10, 15, 20 people. I don't want to rotate people. But the people I also definitely want on are also on mobile, which limits them. So
You don't have, we can, my daughter and I can share the same channel, the same feed, or whatever it's called.
oh yeah.
So-
But I mean multiple people. We're limited to 6, so it may end up being 6, but we can rotate in and out. But yeah, I'd like to have a New Year's Eve party from New Zealand the whole way across to California. That would be...
It would be a lot of fun to bring the new year in together, wouldn't it?
Well,
That would
as
be
I
fun.
say, my girlfriend's family does not does not do New Year's Eve at all. Both her mother and the girlfriend both work in old folks' homes. In the same, well, her mother's in charge of 3, and the daughter my girlfriend works in one of them, and they have a choice of working Christmas Day or New Year's Eve night. And they look after old folks. I think there's 22 in her floor with dementia. So there needs to always be someone there. She can't flake out and phone in sick or whatever.
Oh,
So,
that's a shame. Yeah.
so
Sorry.
well, no, I'd rather have Christmas Day. I get Christmas Eve, I get Christmas Day, I get Boxing Day, I get the day after Boxing Day. And then if I wanted to, like last year I went out, well, I didn't go out with the boys, but my best mate, Jack Talon from Discord, he came up and we had a few drinks. So, but this year I would like to do the whole internet thing, and anybody who doesn't have anybody to hang about with, or anyone who's alone, like me, with no friends, can come on and just hang
Yeah.
out, and we can celebrate the New Year's.
That sounds good. That sounds, that's fun. That's enjoyment. That's life. That sounds really good.
Yeah, well,
And
we've done 3 hours tonight, and that's half my work day, and this is my choice to spend it with use people, because use people being good people. If that sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever said, I actually think it is.
no,
Use
no,
people be
not
good
at all.
people.
Not at all. Absolutely not at all. No, it's fun, and it's not just fun. I mean, it's interesting. And we have a discussion. And you are a great host. You are a great host.
I don't know if that can go that far.
Well,
I
that's what
talk
I
shite.
say.
I'll agree that I talk shite. I
No.
don't like silence. I always have to have music in the background, have something going in the background. As you said, I think it was you or someone else said that, when people with a high brain activity get bored very quickly.
Well, I'll say it again. You're a great host. I mean, people on YouTube channels, they can switch. And you need to know, I guess, I mean, I don't have a YouTube channel, but, you know how to switch if you're in a debate or whatever between people, and you tell people, some people to shut up, and you do this, but you do it really well.
Oh, the kicking's just for fun,
Well, sure, but
I know, but nobody kicks people. Skyler
I mean,
says eat a bag of
kick
dick. But
me,
it doesn't
kick
bring...
me whenever you want. If I get over the
Were you asked? You did ask. Oh, Christmas Day, Purple. I can't do Christmas Day. I'll be at the girlfriend's house. I'll be running off the laptop. Boxing Day, I'll be at my mum's. So again, I'll be running off the laptop. The day after Boxing Day, I can do. But New Year's Eve night, I'll be at home by myself. That's over the holidays. Probably the only chance I'll be able to do any sort of a live stream hangout like.
Well, I get all your reminders, so I'll be there.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
be there.
hit that notification button and all, man. I don't know why 20% of my viewers aren't subscribed. You just need to fucking hit that button.
You have to tell them. You have to tell them to do.
I would rather the bots do it for me, and I'd rather manipulate the algorithm from the background. It's better to manipulate the algorithm, because then it doesn't look... People don't realise the shit that does be going on in the background. Like, I've 4 or 5 different apps to do the thumbnails, one to do the tags, one to do this, and I've recently downloaded TubeBuddy. Shows me my analytics over the last 30 days, picks out the differences between the thumbnails, tells you which ones work and which ones don't. You need to do all this stuff in the background, Rory. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, look, I want to get the voice out, and the reason I want to get the voice out is not to make money, is not to, bring in the bucks. At the end of the day, who doesn't want to retire and spend their days on the internet? But the more people we bring in, the bigger pool of people that we get, the bigger, as we discussed earlier, the bigger that with the channel, the longer you go, the more videos you get, the better representation of what the actual channel is. The same with people. The more people we bring in, the better representation of the actual human race that we get, and the more talks and chats and opinions and points of view that we can bring in.
Well, Matthew, can I ask you a personal question? What is the point of your channel? What are you trying to promote?
Well, I've shortened it to a version of I want everybody from every point of view to be able to sit down the back of an Irish pub with a pool table and talk about the meaning of life over a game of darts, a game of pool. And just a group of friends from every point of view where we can be honest with each other, we can tell each other that you're full of shit and know that they're not going to take offence, and the next day they're going to come back again.
All right. Well, can I answer that one? Because I presumed you're an atheist channel.
Well, I would go agnostic, but yes, I can see where you're coming from, yes.
But atheists have some really good points. to make.
Well, I generally want to help, man. I help out with the Discord. If anybody needs a share or a like or anything like that, I'll do what I can when I can. I pay debts back when I need to. I've nearly ran over a man on the lay-by of the motorway and then helped him, not helped him, but he was on a spiritual journey. He was a Christian. We can talk about that off stream, but, you know, I took him in for the night. I fed him. I put him in a bed. I'm a genuine good guy, and I think that it's better to pass on, like, what is it, that movie? You know, Pay It Forward. It's...
Well, I believe you're
something I've said
good
before,
guy.
man. Two things I would always say is you stand on the shoulders of people who came before you, and if you can help someone, you should help someone. My friend's building me a website. I'm hoping to talk to him on Sunday about a notice board. I want like a leave a penny, take a penny with skills.
It's like the Good Samaritan.
I just want people to help each other. I want to encourage helping each other. As I said, I was trying to say there when we were talking both over each other. On the website my friend's working on, I'm talking to him on Sunday. We're hanging out. We're going to go shoot each other with fucking chalk, real life replica guns. But I'm hoping to talk to him. I want a notice board where if, say for talk's sake, you can draw something. I want you to put that notice up that you can draw something. If someone comes back on the notice board and says, right, well, I know Discord. I'll create you a Discord if you can create me some thumbnails for my channel. Like a barter system where we help each other. I want to try and increase... I just want people to help each other. If you can help, you should help. I don't understand this. I just don't understand why people are selfish. I seen a child there during the summer this year, Rory, right? And I'm not being ageist. I'm not being anything like that. But this is maybe one of the reasons why my mother says I should have been born in the fucking 70s. But during the summer this year, I watched a wee lad who must have been 8 or 9, right? And I'm not being rude, and you can judge me what you want. But this wee lad was 8 or 9. He was well overweight, okay, for his age, right?
Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah.
He was very much overweight for his age. And where they parked the car was less than 500 yards from the school. And his mother carried his bag and his PE bag. And he took his blazer off. He was carrying his blazer. That was it. And his mother was carrying both his PE bag and his school bag. And, like, I don't know. You can judge me whatever way you want, but...
No, it just becomes completely ridiculous. And people and the teachers say, "Oh, don't mention anything." You know, the world's gone crazy.
We need to improve ourselves. We need to, and I know it's a talking point, and someone can call me on it from whatever point of view and whatever fucking thing you want to call it, and stick a meme with it and call me out. But we do need to pull our socks up a wee bit. People need to grow a wee bit of a thicker skin, and again, I'm gonna fucking do a talking point. I got picked on in school. My man's solution to that was not call the school and complain that I was being bullied. My mother's solution was to send us to kickboxing twice a week.
Well, we all got bullied at school.
Well, the point of it is, man, the point I'm trying to make with a wee short version is the kickboxing. I did get into fights after I learned kickboxing, but the guy that was bullying me, that was the reason that I was sent to kickboxing, after about 3 or 4 months, it gave me the confidence to stand up to him, and when he pushed me, I went straight up into his face and he shouted at me, and I goes, "Look, if you're going to talk down to me, would you at least eat a breath mint?" And you know, it gave me the confidence to say that. It gave me the confidence not to start a fight over it. As I say, I did have fights later on down the line. But for the reason that my mother sent me to that, it was not call the teacher. It wasn't make a complaint. It was like, right, well, I'm going to teach my son to stand up for himself. And we need to try to find a balance.
When I went to high school, I had my older brother. He was bullied a lot, and people presumed because I was younger brother, I could be bullied. And there was one guy called Hartle, and he tried to bully me, and I beat him up. And suddenly the word went round the house that Herbert beat up Hartle. And my brother never got bullied again. Neither did I. You know?
The one thing that stopped me getting bullied was walking into a classroom, dragging the cunt that started a row with me a wee bit earlier out of the classroom, punching him, throwing him through fireproof glass. You know that reinforced glass? Yeah. I fucked him through that.
Well done, sir. Well done.
I fucked him through that, not thinking he would go through it, thinking he would stop, and then he went through it, and I went, oh fuck, and I turned and just walked away quietly into the crowd, and then vanished and went to class. But
Well, that's what you have to do.
yeah, I got suspended for that, and they changed.
You're a man.
They changed
you're a man
every fucking door in the school after that to the new heavy duty fireproof doors, but.
You, sir, are a man after my own heart. Definitely.
I don't like losing the rag. Alright?
No.
I have had the incidents as people who have watched this channel, and God knows why you're still watching it, but I said before, Rory, there is an instance of Red Robbie. My mother claimed it. My mother claimed the name as Red Robbie. The blinkers go on. I'm like a horse with blinkers. I just see the anger. I just go, and you can't control me. You need to just fuck off and leave me alone. Like I've punched a concrete wall to the point where I've broken my hand to prove a point.
It's called it's called testosterone, and the soy boys don't have it anymore.
Well, it sometimes doesn't. It now everybody in the fucking chat and everybody here and everybody watching can judge me whatsoever. Bill, maybe possibly Bill's not here anymore, but I think maybe remember Sammy Jenkins has heard a thing about this, and there is one guy from work who I'm cool with, and he might watch this. I've sent him the link to this. I even helped him with Discord, not for this community, but for Discord, for it's what it was originally started with gaming, because he started a game and all these people who are gaming are in Discord, and he's like, "You're in Discord, Robbie?" So I helped him, but. Anyway, the point aside, there's a person there who is 18. I've been doing my job longer than he's been alive. As of November this year, it's 20 years. So I'm doing it longer than he's alive. And he feels the need to tell me what to do. He feels the need to tell me that I'm wrong. And last Saturday, I got to the point where I told him if he didn't...
Goodness sake, it's ridiculous.
No, seriously, man. He called on me for lifting his gun. He told me that he went over to a wheel to jack it. He went over to a wheel to take the locking nut off of the bar, and I went over with a jack to jack the wheel up. So after he takes the locking nut off, you can obviously take the wheel off to change the tire. And he turned to me and he goes, "I'm doing this side of the car. Can you not find your own?" And after that, and then about 10 minutes later, I made a comment on. I made a comment on fucking Down to Paradise City. Do you know by Guns N' Roses?
Yes.
Yes. Well, he made a comment. He was like, "Oh, I fucking love this tune." And I was like, "Man, that guy can't sing." And Guns N' Roses, he may be famous, but if you go to skills and all the rest of it, and I grew up on Pink Floyd, I grew up on Frank Zappa, I grew up on Prince and Status Quo, and people who could actually sing before they auto-tuned everything. And
I'm a great fan.
Yeah.
I'm a great fan of Pink Floyd. I could tell you a story about Guns N' Roses as well.
Yeah.
But,
when he snapped at me,
that might be another chat.
Yeah. Well, he snapped at me and goes, "You always fucking complain about everything." And I turned to him and I looked him dead in the eye and I was like, "You have something to say about fucking everything. Just shut your fucking mouth." And he turned to me and he said a couple of things that was just out of line, and I goes, his name, we'll call him Jimmy, and I goes, "Jimmy, shut the fuck up." And he goes, "You have no right to tell me what to do. You shut your fucking mouth." And I walked 4 foot over, grabbed him by the scruff of the neck, lifted him up and pinned him up against the machine. And I goes, "If you don't shut your fucking mouth now, I'll knock you out." And then I let go and walked away, mainly because a person came running over, and there was a whole thing, and saying this last 2 days, that guy has been as nice as punch to me.
You don't want to commit assault.
Yeah, I know. But I have had it. In this last 3 months, I have had conversations with the manager of the depot. I have had conversations with the area manager, and I have warned them both. Sorry, warned is a bad word. I have discussed with both of them about this, and they have had discussions with this guy, and he has ignored these discussions. Like
Well,
they've
they
said
do.
to him, if you keep saying these fucking things and you keep being a fucking asshole to this guy, like the area manager was there the other day, and I was doing something, and me and the area manager had a conversation about what needed to be done, and then I walked out through the door, and this guy actually stopped what he was doing, walked across the middle of the floor, and he was like, "Oi, math pig," and I was like, "Yes," and he went, "That there goes down there," and I was like, I know where it goes. Like this guy's only in the business 3 months, and he has been warned by the manager, he has been warned by the area manager, and he has been ignoring both of them. So I grabbed him by the fucking scruff of the neck. Now, and I know. But he apologized to me. He has been as nice as punch to me, and everything is grand now.
It's another point entirely.
This is totally now being unlisted because I look like a fucking asshole. But I am that way I am. You can't keep pushing.
Did you see what's gone mad on Twitter today?
No, I think I'm going to end this stream now.
J.K. Rowling, she's stuck up for a court case because a woman was sacked from her job because she told a guy who looked like a man, but in fact she or he was a woman.
Yes.
Oh, it's gone viral. Check your Twitter.
Well, I don't need to check my Twitter because I don't want to be involved in that drama. But I can say from this small community that we have, I have done that. I have mistaken someone who is a woman and identifies as a she, as a man, and they have made a joke about it. And they have, will not go into it, but they made a very forward, and it was funny as fuck. I nearly spat I was drinking and nearly spat the drink out of my mouth when they said it because it was so funny. Okay? But if that was actually on YouTube or out and about, both of us would be called out.
A transphobe.
Yeah, it's you know, I think I actually heard this morning on the radio that somebody was making somebody was making a video about anti-racism, and they used monkeys in the video as a derogatory, as in showing how that it can be used derogatory. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because they used that as that, they were called out on it. And it's like, I'm showing what the other side does. It's not that I'm agreeing with it. I'm showing both sides.
No, it's ridiculous. We are not a racist people. We are, I'm not. And
there was a study done a couple of years ago in Northern Ireland that showed that mixed workplaces are actually more productive than solely either Protestant or Catholic workplaces. The reason being the banter. Now, I'm obviously paraphrasing, but that's what it came down to. It came down to the fact that the people could come down and the crack was better. The work environment was more productive.
well, I agree. I mean, I grew up with Pakistan is running the local shops. Nobody cared. It was like they're just running the shop. They figured out the shop. That's fine. Nobody cared about race. It's in the hearts of most people, it's not a problem.
No. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened in Northern Ireland as well. In the general election now that happened quite recently, there was a shout, not a shout, but not a protest, because some people still fucking voted. A lot of old people, I'm sorry Rory, but a lot of people still voted along them lines and what they are, and purely out of tradition. More old people vote in this country than anyone else, but who the fuck am I gonna vote for? Like,
Well, I don't think they voted as racists. You know, they did. You know, we've been
but in
around long
Northern
enough.
Ireland they vote to stop the other person
We
coming.
have a mixed community, and we love one another.
Well,
It's
I've joked with my own, whenever we eventually get our own business sorted and then I become a pillar of society, I'm going to run for, I was going to say run for Congress. I'm going to run for Stormont. I'll sort the whole lot out. Tell you. If you don't do what you...
well, yeah.
Pardon?
So you should. So you should.
Well, I'm still young. You know, I could be an old white guy in government. Is that not the trend?
Hey, I ran as a UKIP candidate in 2015, 2017, and 2019 locally.
Do you know that does
No.
not surprise me, but I do not lose respect for you because of that, because I can see, and I actually got a warning from an S. Do you know the SCA? As we talked earlier about the AXP, Matt Dillahunty and stuff, they have a massive server, and I got a warning from one of their mods because I agreed with some of them points. Now, some of
And
them,
I think
not all of them.
last year I got 15% of the vote in the local elections.
Well,
And I
15,
was pretty,
yeah.
15%. I was very proud of that.
See, it's so, as I've said many a time before, you can't pigeonhole anyone because it makes them easier to shoot. And when you read out statistics, you put people in boxes, and people are so much more complex than what they vote, than what they vote, than what they believe, than what they eat, than what they fucking do. It's, everybody is so, it's like string theory, man. There's 23 dimensions, broke down to 10, you know, and even at that, we're still confused.
I agree.
Yeah, we discussed before, maybe 2 or 3 streams ago, I didn't know that you were a dirty theist up until not too long ago.
Dirty, rotten Catholic.
Oh yeah, I didn't say that. No, I said theist. I was very general. I'm not cultural whatsoever. I can't say that because I'm in Northern Ireland. We get demonetized. But no, I was very broad stroke there. I didn't even use the word Christian. We wanted to include Richard with the heretics and all. So, theist, you know. I didn't know that. Honest to God. With your analytical mind and the way you came across things and the way you stood up for actual points that made sense. Because some people in the community who you could also describe as theist say really, really, really stupid things.
No, it's not. I think we have a lot of things in common. You know, not just about religion, but just in our fundamental beliefs, and that's good. That's a good thing.
Our worldview aligns. Is that what you're saying, Rory? But I agree with you. I just hate the phrase worldview. I was making a joke on worldview, not you. Jesus Christ, don't cry. I hate Lucy for that, by the way. I am so gonna... Oh, I am declaring war on Lucy right now on stream.
No, she's lovely.
No, she
She
fake
lives
cried
down
and
the road.
everything, man. I got heart palpitations.
She
okay?
lives down the road from
The left-hand side of my body at 36 felt wrong, okay? I had heart palpitations. Wasn't nice. Sammy fucking subtil her too, so I'm not ever doing a stream with Sammy ever again because he's subtil her. Oh.
You just have to be nice to her.
Oh no, Lucy's fantastic, like she is.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna go one more minute and that'll be 3 hours and 35 minutes. Have we any questions from the chat for Rory? Is there anybody out there that wanted to ever ask an Irishman a question but was ever afraid to? "45 seconds, people. My intro's 10 seconds long, so come on now.
Counting down.
We've got one from Purple. I'm generally
good.
fine with most theists as long as they don't go out on that rant. You can't be moral with. See, there's the moral argument again. I hate that fucking shit. Sub to Lucy for all the tea spelling. Tea spelling? Tea spelling. So says Nerdy. Right, everybody. Madness. Long night. Good night. Fun night. He didn't actually sub. He lied. He lied. Sammy Jenkins didn't sub. Sammy, you need to go sub now. I've shouted you out for subbing. You need to go sub. Sorry. Rory, as always, man, thank you very much for coming on. And as Richard would always say, peace and respect to you, man.
It's been a pleasure.
Where's my magic button? Da-da!